Alright, got everything up, everything's ready to go. If there's any problems with the levels, let me know. Like I said, this is my virgin stream, so I am learning. We're going, and just give me any chat tips, pointers, or anything like that. I just want to see if I can actually still play this game. It's been a while since I've played this game. I tried playing the Metal Gear Solid 1 a long time ago again, and I was absolute trash at it. The last Metal Gear Solid game I did play was 5, and I loved it. And the last Kojima game I played has been Death Stranding 2. It's been pretty fun. I haven't completed it yet, but I'm enjoying the ride. It's been great. Like I said, I'm a Kojima nerd, so I love any game he's putting out. So, alright, so looking at the screen, so if no one knows, if this is your first time playing, which, welcome to this world that Kojima has made. It is over the top, full of science and political debates, terms, tech, and all this stuff. It just gets wild as hell. I love it. And, it's confusing, but I'll be your guide for it. So, starting this game, if it's your first time playing Metal Gear Solid 3, you want to go down and press I like Metal Gear Solid 2. This will give you something, an item that you will need to get further into the game. That makes it a whole lot easier because there's a certain callback to a character who kind of looks like someone in Metal Gear Solid 2. So let's go ahead. I'm going to pick this one, just like I said, because I know. We're not going to be scared of this game. We're going to play on the normal difficulty. I think I did beat it one time on extreme just for the actual items that you get. So you do get items for beating this game under certain conditions, which will help you out, make the game a whole lot easier, kind of like the last couple of them. So right now we're going to start it under normal.
After the end of World War II, the world was split into two, East and West. This marked the beginning of
Get ready for a lot of exposition because there's going to be a lot of exposition in this game. This game has tons of stuff, and I'll try my best to explain what is going on without giving any spoilers. So he's coming out of this, and this is supposed to be the first Halo jump, right? So that just means high altitude, low visual, pretty much. Like, it's going to be really hard to make this landing, and so this is supposed to be super impressive.
Approaching Soviet airspace.
Like I said, I'm going to get sucked into this a whole lot.
20 minutes to drop off.
Commencing internal depressurization. Equipment check. Arm main parachute.
All right. You ready to go?
Drop zone.
I'm wearing my Big Boss t-shirt, so I'm excited.
Good. We've got high visibility.
As far as the re-release for HD version, it doesn't look that bad. I think I have every re-release of this game. Because I got the original on 2, then I got Subsistence, and then I got the re-release on PS4, and then I got the re-release on PS5 because I was like, how the hell can I pass this up, right?
Does this panty waste know what he's doing?
And yes, this game was made a while ago, so there might be some stuff that might not be kosher for these days.
10 minutes to
so
drop off.
I apologize ahead of time, but like I said, it was a different time as the early 2000s. Like I said, not to date myself again. And your first thought is, who's this guy with blonde hair or silver hair, right? Thought this game was supposed to be Metal Gear Solid. Metal Gear Solid is all about Solid Snake, or Snake, right? A Snake.
Depressurization complete.
Checking oxygen supply.
6 minutes to drop off. Opening rear hatch.
Sunrise.
External temperature minus 46 degrees Celsius. 2 minutes to drop off. Stand up.
I would not be able to give you the conversion right now because I learned math in America, in American school, and if anything, we are in Texas. So my mathing skills aren't the best. But,
1 minute to drop off. Move to
if
the
you can
rear.
do the conversions, do the conversions.
Activate bailout model.
This is one for the history books. The world's first Halo jump.
Look at that. Not only did he get his own cigar, get a couple puffs in, but he also stepped it out right before he went to jump and make the jump.
All green.
Prepare for drop-off. Countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All these characters that are in this back of this Harrier or this plane, they are going to be important later. This part is going to be just the prologue, and we're going to see how far we can get tonight. Like I said, we're going to try to finish this game before Delta comes out because I'm hyped for it, got pre-ordered. I'm going to try to play it as fast as I can on the Delta when it comes out, and I'll give it, show you guys, we'll be playing it all together. So it's going to be something that we can do as a group. You'll be part of the Nexus Nation, and you will be playing that game with me.
The head of the CIA has finally given us the green light for the virtuous mission.
Virtual mission?
No, the virtuous mission. The future of our Fox unit depends on it. If it succeeds, we'll be officially organized into a unit.
Virtuous mission? Sounds like some kind of
So now they're just giving the backstory of why they're doing
Don't
this.
get cocky, this isn't a training op.
Right. So what exactly is this wonderful mission?
Well, about 2 years ago, a certain Soviet scientist requested asylum in the West through one of our moles. His name is Nikolai Stepanovich Sokolov. He's head of the OKB 754 Design Bureau.
Like I said, there's going to be tons of exposition, so I'm going to try to keep it fun in the middle. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to rescue this guy who is part of a weapons arms development team, and he has been making some warheads or nuclears for the Russians, and then he wants to go back to America to take his family because he feels that he doesn't want to be there just to make weapons of mass destruction anymore. He wants to be in a safer place with his family and live a peaceful life, right? So that's pretty much what is going on. Like I said, there's going to be a whole lot of history, and the gameplay is going to be pretty intense. Like I said, it's been a while since I played a stealth game. Last stealth game I played was Metal Gear Solid 5, and that was a doozy, but I learned a lot playing that game because at the back end of it, I mean, every mission I was just having a lot of fun. Same thing with like Death Stranding 1, Death Stranding 2. When I first started playing Death Stranding, I was kind of like, oh man, not really into it because it was just like, oh, go to this place, drop this package off, go to the next place, drop this package off, and I kind of just like fell off for a little while. But then once I heard the 2 was going to come out and it was going to be released, I jumped back in, and then after a while, man, that actually kind of been my like comfort game. Like, how many people out here have a comfort game that you can just play when you're having a bad day, your things aren't going your way, but you can play that game over and over again. It just like warms your heart. That was kind of like Death Stranding 1 for me. I got to the point where I was playing it and I was just so locked in that I had no care in the world. After a hard day of work or whatever, things were, I was in my head too much or whatever. I'd play that game, have fun, just delivering packages, fighting weird ghost monsters, and then the Kojima-ness of it all just sinks in, and then after that you're just like, this game is wild and out of control. But yeah, there's going to be a whole bunch of stuff going about, like the Cuban Missile Crisis. This is about the same time, and so they're trying to prevent a whole entire World War III, because we're in the Cold War at this point. So we're trying to prevent a new World War between each side of the world. So that's pretty much what's going on. Like I said, they explain it a whole lot better. I'm just trying to make it easy so everyone can keep up, because first time I played it when I was a young kid, I was like, I have no idea what's going on. I just like to run around and sneak around and try to get to the giant robot fights, right?
And so the world avoided a nuclear holocaust. But in order to get the Soviets to pull their missiles out, we had to make a deal.
You mean the one where the U.S. agreed to remove its IRBMs from Turkey?
No. The Jupiter IRBMs deployed in Turkey were obsolete, and we were going to get rid of them.
That's just like going back to history class whenever you're in high school or you're in middle school or whatever. And you go back and you learn all this stuff, and you're like, oh man, it really sticks in my brain. And then you go about a month or two after learning the stuff, and you completely forget, and you're just like, what? So you're gonna learn a little bit about history. There's gonna be some fiction, some fact or non-fiction, and some fiction in it. But it's gonna blend pretty well together, and we're just gonna sink you into the world and start believing. So you look at this
At the time,
diagram
we
right
had
here,
no idea.
he is working on a
We were running
weapon
out of time.
that might be of a gear
Either give
with
up
some type of
Sokolov
metal.
or risk full
So
scale
that's
nuclear
pretty much
war.
why the
In
Russians
the
want
end,
to keep
we had
him
no choice.
in their possession, because he is making this
Kennedy
giant
gave in to
weapon.
Khrushchev's demand.
And in order to stop that,
The next
he
day,
also
I got
doesn't want to
Sokolov
make
out of the
weapons
hospital,
anymore, so he wants to go
handed
to the
over
Americans to
agents
help him
on
out,
the
right?
eastern
So this is
side.
what we're going to do. We're going
Sokolov
to try,
kept
the
on
first
screaming,
mission in this
"Save me."
is to
Hit
go
him
ahead
twice.
and try to sneak into a place and try to retrieve him from
Then
the
a month
enemy's
ago, we received some new
behind enemy
information from
borders.
one of our
So that's pretty much what we're going to do.
About Sokolov?
Yes. He was taken back to the research facility and forced to continue working on the weapon in question.
I still say that there's no better Snake voice actor than David Hayter. He's my favorite. He's been my Snake since,
what
you
kind
know,
of weapon
I've
is it?
been playing this
Something to
game.
do
So,
with space rockets?
you know,
No.
even though this was
Missile.
based off of Escape from New York, Escape from LA, you know, there's
guess you're right.
Kurt
We
Russell,
don't know the
you know,
details, but
thank
it
you
appears
for
to be a new
playing
kind of nuclear
Venom
device.
Snake and Metal Gear Solid
For half a
5,
year now, the Soviets
but,
have been
you know, David
conducting
Hayter
frequent
is my
nuclear
Snake,
tests
so
of semi-palatine
I'm interested in see what they're doing with Delta. I don't want to
talking
dive
about a
too much
secret
into
weapon
it,
so big
so that way
that
I
it's
don't like
already
spoil it for
flooded
myself, because I
Cuba.
don't want to be just like a kid getting a
Sokolov
present
still in
on
the
Christmas.
vicinity?
It's their favorite thing.
No.
You
According
know,
to
they're
our
remaking it,
intelligence,
and I just want to,
Celino
you know,
Yacht,
experience it for the first time.
place
So I'm
on a
trying not
mountain
to
about
spoil
3
it.
miles to the west that's known as the Virgin Cliffs.
The Virgin Cliffs. Nice name for a virtuous mission.
They moved him there just recently.
Why?
Apparently,
Like I said, there's gonna be plenty of time for you guys to go get popcorn or go take a bathroom break, because there's gonna be a lot of cutscenes that are gonna be like
This is our last
maybe
job.
up to 10
Sokolov
minutes,
must have known
15
that,
minutes.
too, when he
This is pretty much the reason why, like, everyone knows what a Kojima game is, because it's like, hey, we're telling you most through the cutscenes, and then the animation, and it's just gonna get wild. But it's gonna be, sometimes you're gonna be sitting here just like scratching your head for a long time. All right, actually, so looking at this for the first time on the PS5, like I said, I played on every other thing, every other console since PS2. So seeing it on the PS5 in HD, it doesn't look too bad. I can't really tell if it looks more upscale or any better than what it
Listen
looked on
up, Jack. Your mission is
PS4.
to infiltrate
But
Celino
it looks pretty
Yacht in
good.
the
So
Soviet
right now there's a
mountains.
little
Ensure the
toggle
safety
that
of
tells you,
Sokolov and
hey,
bring him
look
back
on
to the
R1.
West.
There's going to be something for the first person view. This originally started in a couple of scenes in the Metal Gear Solid 2, but this is how you're going to get some extra hints on how to break out things and little extra clues for this game on important parts. Right, we're about to touch down, we're about to get into this game, and let's see if I can actually handle sneaking around in the middle of the jungle. Like I said, it's been a while.
Helium will be pumped into the balloon to inflate
Playing
it. The
5 was
process takes about
fun.
20 minutes.
There's kind of times where I got frustrated and almost raged
Once it's
and
complete, the gunship's
threw my
arm
controller,
will latch
but
onto the balloon and
you know,
pull it
this
up.
might be a little bit easier just because the AI is not as dynamic or in tune. So we're going to do a lot of observing and taking out people from the shadows. We're going to go ahead and do this first mission, but once we get into the actual past the prologue, I think I got something planned for us to spice this up. That way it can be a challenge for me and something for you guys to enjoy watching as well.
She's equipped with 2 6-barrel 20mm Vulcan cannons, as well as 2 40mm machine guns.
Sounds like she could hold her own against a battalion of tanks.
Even with the fuel in the reserve tank, we're facing a 4-hour time limit. If all goes well, it shouldn't take more than a few hours.
Home in time for dinner.
But if anything goes wrong,
You'll
Home
be
in time
eating
for dinner.
breakfast.
and all the rest
Yes.
of your meals in the jungle.
By the time we're done playing this first part, we all might be home for dinner. Like I said, this game is as fun as it is. It does take a while if you plan on actually playing it the whole way through and watching all the cutscenes. I think the speed run of this, you could probably do it in like maybe 6 to 4 hours if you just skip all the cutscenes and just go through it, especially if you have all the special items. See, this is the part that makes it difficult for the Halo jumps. Like, you're just jumping in the middle of nowhere. You go up from really high and you don't know exactly where you're trying to land. So luckily we have Snake, and he's a boss, and he avoided most of the trees and landed. Did a 3-point stance, kind of like, you know, all the Marvel superheroes do now in the movies, or any superhero movie. And look at that, that's a nice detail. I never noticed that on the actual cap that you can see in the actual like HD version. It says Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater right there. which if anyone was confused, that is the title of the game. Whew, look at that hair. Look at that guy, and you're like, who's this guy? This doesn't look like any Snake I know. David Hayter, the OG. Alright, so first we're going to get our bearings. It's been a while. Alright, so food, this is what you need to do. So in this game, this was like the first time they actually did something that was interesting, which was you have to actually capture your food for your stamina. So you got a health bar and a stamina bar, right? So if you run out of stamina, okay, we're going to get called. If you run out of stamina, then you might, you're going to be sluggish, you're going to take damage a lot easier, you're going to get tired, you're going to fall asleep. There's a whole bunch of other stuff that was in this game for the first time, which was like revolutionary, which now some games throw in there, but like I said, this was revolutionary for the time.
You're not to mention your real name.
Snake?
Well, you don't
So
like
now we
snakes?
know that we are now called
You've
the
eaten one
moniker
before,
of
haven't you?
Naked
In
Snake.
survival training.
I'm glad to
What
hear
does that mean to be a
I don't know if I'd
naked
ever
snake?
order one in a restaurant,
That just
but
means that you
careful,
are going to
you might
be
not have a
procuring
choice.
your
about
items
you,
in the
Major?
field. So you're
Which
not going to have
item
any
are
gear
you?
coming in with you.
Let's
So every
see.
time you
I'll
jump into
be-
this mission, you're going
I'll
to
be
be
Tom.
quote
Call
unquote
me Major
naked because you're going to be
Oh, and Snake.
going into the
Yeah.
field without any items,
isn't
any
watching
weapons or anything.
anymore.
You have
You
to
can
find
take
it
off
all
the
in the field,
disguise
procure it
now.
all.
Good idea. This isn't right.
Also, another good feature is since
Time
this
to
is like
snake
supposed to be
shed
a
skin.
prequel, they gave you this little feature that you can toggle the images on the left-hand side so you can look at different pictures. And now we get to the reveal. Now you're like, that is the Snake I remember. Look at these upgraded PS2 graphics.
Can you hear me, Major Tom? This is
If
Snake.
anyone doesn't know,
Get
Major
you
Tom
waiting,
is a
huh?
David Bowie
This will
reference.
be a
If
sneaky
you
mission.
haven't ever listened to
You
David
must not
Bowie,
be seen by the enemy.
Major Tom
Leave
is
no
probably
trace
one of the
your presence.
most
Is that
memorable
clear?
songs.
This kind of infiltration is the Fox unit's speciality. In other words, weapons. and
Another
equipment
secret is
are
the more
secure
you
on
toggle
site.
these
That goes
little
for food as well.
images on the
You're
left-hand side,
completely
the
naked, just
more
as
that you'll
your
get
name
later.
implies.
Great. Now I see why you asked me if I like snakes. I suppose calling me Snake was your idea of a joke, too.
No, there's a good reason for that. I'll tell you later when the time is right.
Gotcha. Getting back to the subject, how exactly am I supposed to feed myself?
Right, so now we're just learning all the
You've been
mechanics
issued
of
a
the game
knife
right
and
now.
a tranquilizer gun. Use them to hunt for food. You'll also find some medical supplies in your backpack.
Yeah, about the backpack. I lost it in a tree on the way down.
So in this game, there's two ways to play it. You can either try to be stealthy
see.
and knock
Well,
everyone out
better
and
go
not
back
kill
and get it
anybody,
then.
or you can
You know
just
where
go
it
ahead
is?
and try to kill everybody
No
so you don't
problem.
get seen.
I can see it from
The,
here. It's stuck on a
The
branch.
recommended way you're supposed to do is sneak around, knock everybody out, tranquilize
Climb a
them.
tree,
That way you're
stand
never
in front of
there,
a tree
kind
that's
of like
covered in
you're like
ivy
a
and
ghost the
press
whole
the
entire time.
action button.
But, sometimes you get in a
I'll be
jam
monitoring your
where
progress over the
the
radio.
only thing you do is try to
Can't
protect
risk
yourself and get out of there
violating
without
Soviet
getting
airspace,
spotted
but I'll be in the
and
gun.
taking out the enemy.
My frequency is
by taking them out, if you know what I mean.
140.85. I'll give you a call if I need to talk to you. If you need to talk to me, use the send function. Okay, Snake, go get your backpack.
All right, here we go. Now we're actually in the game. So looking at this game, you see how there's a right-hand corner, there's a little square with a number that moves up and down, and it's got a couple titles next to it. That's going to be your camo. That's how much your camouflage. So depending on how much your camo level is, that's going to dictate how easily you'll be spotted by the enemies. So now we're trying to look for the backpack, right? So now they changed my name to Snake instead of Naked Snake. So right now there's no danger of really getting spotted by anyone, so you can just kind of run up. You can do a little roll, and then our backpack should be in this tree somewhere. We're going to slide down. Yes, there's our backpack right there. Let's go. Let's get this backpack. Sneak. Get the backpack. Alright, so these are going to be the first sets of items that we're going to get.
I see you've retrieved your backpack, Snake. To equip a weapon, it's necessary to take it out of your backpack. In the survival viewer, choose Weapon from the backpack. Your available weapons will be displayed in a window in the upper left. From that list, choose the weapon you want to equip.
Alright, so like I
and
said,
press
they're
the
teaching us
Enter
all
button.
the mechanics of the game.
For other equipped items,
Once we
just
get
do the
past
same
this
thing
kind of
from
part,
item.
and once we
Got it.
get sneaking into the
Use the
next area,
survival
they're going to
viewer
kind of
of
like stop
backpack.
holding your hand too much.
Yep, that's right.
There'll be one other part where
Survival
they're
is
going to hold your hand
fundamental
and
to
tell
this
you how to
mission.
do something
After
later.
you've been out in the field for a while, your stamina
But
will
we'll
start
get
to
there
drop.
when we get there.
If your stamina gets too low, it'll affect your performance. You won't be able to shoot accurately, for example, and your wounds won't heal as smoothly.
Yeah, so that's
Keep
another
an
thing.
eye
If
on
you
your
don't have
stamina
any
so you don't
stamina
run
because you haven't
To
eaten in a
recover
while,
lost stamina,
you
you
will
can
not
hunt
be
for
able to hold a
local
steady
flora
aim,
and
which
fauna.
when you're trying to
You
get
can use
headshots in
either your
here with your
tranquilizer
trank
gun
gun
or
to
your
knock people
knife to
out,
hunt.
that's going to be kind of
My only
important.
weapon is a Mark 22 Hush Puppy tranquilizer gun?
That's right. It's been fitted with its own suppressor. However, the suppressor will deteriorate every time you fire. Once its durability reaches 0, the noise suppression effect will be gone.
That's another
Don't
thing
get
they added
too
in this
trigger
one. So
happy with
in
it.
Metal Gear Solid 2, you
suppressor's
had a
durability is
tranquilizer
shown in the
gun
icon.
that
Any
just was
weapons and
quite
equipment beyond
indefinitely.
what you're
So they
carrying
added
now,
the extra thing
you'll
of,
have to find
hey,
as
you
you
have
go.
a certain amount
I
of
have to find my own
suppressor,
weapons and
suppressant
equipment.
on your
Whose
gun. So
crazy
after
idea
you
was
use
this
it up,
anyway?
it's gonna be loud. So
Solo covert actions
you
are
still have to
standard
be
Fox operating procedure.
conservative with your shots
Can't leave any
and
traces
try to
of
make
your
each one
presence.
count.
No weapons,
But there's also other
equipment,
ways you can sneak on
footprints,
people. So
sweat,
we're gonna
or bodily
see
waste.
what we can do.
The same goes for bullets and cartridges, too. Your presence in enemy territory is already a violation of international conventions of warfare.
Now we're just going over why
There
stealth
aren't
is
supposed to
important.
be any American soldiers in Russia. It could spark an international incident. You can't let anyone see you. You can't let the enemy know you're there. This is a stealth mission. You're a ghost, Snake.
should have highlighted
in every
stealth.
sense of the word. And there'll be no rescue if you're captured. The military and U.S. government will deny any involvement in the affair.
Then I'll just have to take care of myself, huh?
I'm afraid so. You've been given a fake death pill for that purpose. SIS guidelines stipulate that soldiers on covert
So they're going
ops
over
like
the
this one
cyanide capsule
issued a
that is going to
potassium
be
cyanide
coming
capsule.
back up later
it
in
to
the
your
game.
body
So
so you can
they're
take
giving
it
it to
when
you
you
now,
need
and then you're going to have to
How
think about it later when
generous
you
of
actually
you.
need it.
Use it if you're taken prisoner by the enemy. It'll send you into a state of false death for a short time.
Fooling them into thinking that I'm really dead. So how do I come back to life?
Just take the revival pill.
You mean that thing they put in my tooth before the mission?
That's the one.
And this
Be
is
careful.
like one of the things that
Remain in
actual
a state of
spies
false
or
death
like
for too long.
any spy
Nothing will be able to
novel
bring you
or
back.
movie they had was always,
Remember that.
you know, if someone
keep
was
it
going to
in
get
mind.
caught, they take
You
that
said this
cyanide
was a
capsule
solo
so that way they
mission,
kill
right?
themselves before
Right.
or unalive
I guess that
themselves
means I can't
before
count
they,
on any
you know,
reinforcements.
give away
Correct.
any
The
information.
mission rests entirely in your hands.
A real one-man army.
Relax. There's a support team ready to back you up over the radio.
Who?
I'll introduce them
All right,
to
so
you.
now we're going to get
This
introduced to
time,
the rest of our team.
Survival is of utmost importance. The first member of the support team will be in charge of monitoring your physical condition, acting as a medic, so to speak, as well as recording your mission data. She's a member of Fox as well, and she's here on the gunship with me.
She.
Hello, Snake. I'm paramedic. Nice to meet you.
Paramedic. The first time we're
As
introduced
in
to
a medic who
paramedic.
comes in by parachute.
Like I said,
Aren't you
in this
going to tell
game,
me
this is
your
kind of
real
where the origins
Are
of
you
most of these
going to tell me
characters. That
yours,
if you
Mr.
follow
Snake?
along this storyline,
name,
that gets
huh?
really crazy and weird.
It's John Doe.
Most of these
And they
people
call you
are going to
Jack
be
for
coming back
short.
in the story.
You're a regular Captain
I
Nemo.
will not dare try to tell you the
Nothing
whole
on the
entire
battlefield. After a
story
week,
and
no one has a
timeline
name.
and chronological
What's your
order
name?
of events of this game.
Jane Doe.
Very
Because it's a
funny.
lot of stuff
I
to keep
wasn't
track of,
joking,
and there's a lot of
but
stuff
I'll
that's
tell you
happened
my
even
name only
before
if
this
you
game.
manage to make it back
In
alive.
the world of Metal
My
Gear.
frequency is
So
145.7.
there's plenty of videos on YouTube for you to watch
She's also in
if you
charge
have
of
a long
recording your
day
mission
or
data.
bored
Whenever
and
you
trying to
want
go to
to
sleep.
save,
You can
send a message
watch
over
those,
the
and they'll give
reserved
you a
save
lot
frequency.
more backstory on all these characters and what was
140.96.
happening in the middle.
So saving lets me record my mission data.
Just be warned that
That's
there will
right.
be a whole bunch
It
of spoilers
also
if you're going to
records
go
the
that
state of
route.
your health.
Good to know.
There's one more person I want to introduce you to, Snake. Speaking of snakes, you remember the boss, don't you? A legendary soldier and your mentor. Actually, it was the boss that got the DCI's authorization in the first place. She's going to be serving as Fox's mission advisor.
Boss is?
She also helped me plan this
So
mission.
now we're
She and I were
establishing
at SAS
what the
together.
relationship of
Jack,
the
is
boss
that you?
to Naked
How
Snake.
many years has it been?
Boss?
That's right. It's me. Talk to me. Let me hear your voice.
So as you can tell,
been
this is the
5
first time
years,
they've talked in a long
72
time.
days,
You
and
see how
18
close they were.
hours.
She was his mentor.
lost
She's the one who
weight.
taught him everything
can
that he
tell
knows
just by the sound of
for
my voice.
anything
Of course
military
I can.
spy or
I
anything
know all
covert
about
related. She
Really?
taught him everything he knows
Well,
for
I don't know anything
arms
about you.
and combat.
What's that supposed to mean?
Why'd you disappear on me all of a sudden?
I was on a top secret mission. You didn't need me anymore.
But there were still so many things I wanted you to teach me.
No, I taught you everything you needed to know about fighting techniques. I taught you all I could. The rest you needed to learn on your own.
Techniques, sure. But what about how to think like a soldier?
How to think like a soldier?
You can see how
I can't
close
teach
they
you
were
that.
bonded
A soldier needs
as
to be
two
strong
soldiers
in
and
spirit,
a teacher
body,
and mentor
technique.
and student,
And the only thing you can
how
learn
much they
from
meant to each
someone
other
else
right
is
now.
technique.
That's
In fact,
true. What
technique
she's telling
doesn't
them is
even
like,
matter.
hey,
What's
I
most
was
important
your
is
mentor,
spirit.
but there's some things
Spirit
that
and
even I
body are
can't
like
teach
two
you
sides of a
that you're gonna
single
have to
coin.
learn to
They're
grow
the
up
same
and
thing.
as an
I
as an
can't teach
individual,
you how to
which is
think.
true for everybody.
You'll
There's
just
some
have to
things that you're gonna
figure
have
it
to
out
learn
for
for yourself
yourself.
and
Listen
figure
to
it
me,
out
Jack.
and grow and just be a better
because
person.
soldiers
you know?
are on the same side right
That's
now,
my tip
doesn't
for
mean they
being an
always will
adult
be.
today.
Having personal feelings about your comrades is one of the worst sins you can commit. Politics determine who you face on the battlefield. And
All right,
politics
so this
are a
line that she
living
just
thing.
spoke, they're gonna
They
come
change
back
along
later.
with the times.
She's
Yesterday's
just telling
good
them
might be
something that's
tomorrow's
very
evil.
important that's gonna come
Is
back
that why
later
you
in the
abandoned
storyline
me?
and later in this
No,
game.
it had nothing to do with you. I already told you, Jack. I was on a top secret mission. A soldier has to follow whatever orders he's given. It's not his place to question why. But you're looking for a reason to fight. You're a natural-born fighter, but you're not quite a soldier. A soldier is a political tool, nothing more. That's doubly true if he's a career soldier. Right and wrong have no place in his mission. He has no enemies and no friends. Only the mission.
Like I said, there's a
You
lot of
follow the
exposition
orders you're given.
in this game.
That's what being a
We've been
soldier
playing for
is.
a little
I do
while,
whatever I have
and
to get the job
you know,
done.
I
don't
think we've been
about
mostly sitting down and
politics.
listening more than
That's
playing.
not the same thing. Sooner or later, your conscience is going to bother you.
Let's see how the
In the
balance is
end,
in Delta,
you
see if
have
it's
to
any better
choose
than
whether you're
this.
going to live
So
as
all
a
the remakes that I've
soldier
played
or
recently
just
have been
another
really
man
great.
with a gun.
Resident Evil
There's a
2 was
saying in
a
the
great
Orient,
remake. Resident Evil 4
loyalty
remake
to
was
the
great.
end.
The
Do you
Silent
know what it
Hill
means?
2 remake was fantastic.
patriotic.
I loved
It
every
means
minute of it. I
devoting
did get
yourself
frustrated
to your
playing it, but
country.
once I got
follow the
past certain
president
parts
and
and
the top
you had to
brass.
move
I'm
forward,
ready to die for them if
it was a great
necessary.
game. I fell
president
in
and the
love
top
with Silent
brass
Hill
won't be
again
there
by
forever.
playing that.
Once their terms are up, others will take their place.
I follow the will of the leader, no matter who's in charge.
People aren't the ones who dictate the missions.
Then who does?
The times. People's values change over time, and so do the leaders of a country. So there's no such thing as an enemy in absolute terms. The enemies we fight are only enemies in relative terms, constantly changing with the times. As long
So a
as
lot
we
of stuff
have
that's going to be
loyalty
said in
to
here
the
is going to
end,
cause you to think
there's
about
no
the
point
world
in
we're living in
believing in
now as well.
anything,
Like I said, we're
even
trying
in those we
to
love.
come here and
that's
escape
the way a
and
soldier's supposed
forget
to
about
think.
what's going on in the world.
The only
But
thing we can
some
believe
of the
in,
stuff is, it's going to ring
absolute
true to your
certainty,
heart and make you
is
think
the
about what's
mission,
actually going
Jack.
on and make you think of yourself
Alright,
as a person.
but do
That's
me
part
a
of
favor.
one of the
What
good
is
things
it?
about this game
me
or
Snake.
Metal Gear Solid games.
Snake.
Is
Oh,
that it
right.
makes you think
Your
about the
code name is
world
Snake.
and like
It
your
suits
place
you
in
well.
it and
That's right.
the
The
whole place of
legendary
people
unit
in the
that the
world
boss
and
put
what's their
together
purpose and
during
stuff
World
like
War
that. So
II
it's going to
was
get
a
real.
snake. The
We're
Cobra
going to
unit.
try to keep it lighthearted as we
Heroes
can.
that brought the war to an end and saved the world. As long as you've got a legendary hero backing you up, you'll be fine. Isn't that right, Snake?
Yeah, I can't think of anyone else I'd rather have with me. Oh, and one more thing, boss.
Yes,
It's good to hear your voice again.
same here. After all, who knows if either of us will make it out alive? Snake, you are always best at urban warfare and infiltrating buildings. But this is the jungle. Survival is going to be key. Those CQC techniques I taught you are sure to come in handy.
CQC. Close
So this is
quarters
the
combat,
first
huh?
introduction of
I've been at Green
CQC.
Berets for the
So
past
after
few years.
this,
I'm probably pretty
every
rusty.
game after this had
Not
CQC.
to worry.
Before it just
I'll be
used to be
here
a
to
punch,
help
punch,
you
kick.
remember.
That's all you could
After
do.
all, this is
Now
your
you can actually
first
have some
actual
like fighting.
survival
You can
mission.
throw down people,
I'll be
learn like some
supporting you
types
over the
of
radio.
takedowns,
Where are you, boss?
and
Next
just
to the
ways to
major.
knock out people a
The
lot
boss is
easier.
communicating
And
with
so
us
it
by
actually
radio
had
from
some
aboard a
combat
Hermit-class submarine
with
in
it,
the
and
Arctic
like I
Ocean.
said, as this progressed,
My
it got to the
frequency
second
is
game, like
141.80.
Peace Walker
Call me if you need my
and
advice on
Ground
battle
Zeroes
techniques.
and
Gotcha.
Phantom Pain. The
Your mission
CQC
is
got
to
better and
retrieve
better
Dr.
to the
Sokolov.
point where you can knock out multiple people back to
Dr.
back as
Sokolov
long
is
as you're
being
close
held
enough and
in
you're
an
fast enough.
abandoned
You can do it.
factory located to the
And
north
then
of your
it
current
just progressed and
position.
it was a lot of fun.
Avoid heavy combat and don't let anyone see you. Don't forget that this is a stealth mission.
Stealth. We're gonna be
Snake,
very
Try to
stealthy.
remember some of the basics of CQC.
All right, now we're gonna try to throw our hands.
Commencing virtuous mission now.
All right, so now we're actually gonna get to play this game. So as you can see, there's squirrel. All right, so L2 is how we go through our inventory. A cigar is gonna help you calm down, but it will kill you at the same time. You got your fake death pill, your AP sensor. So the old games, or I won't say the old games, the previous games, you were able to see like a sonar map, and you'll be able to find people that was like in the vicinity and be able to find them. So they, since this is a prequel, made you have, they downgraded your weapon, so you're gonna have a motion detector that has a battery, and you can kind of see what's up in there. So right now there's a snake, right? So I can see the snake. R1, I can go through there. All right, there we go. So now on the right hand side, I can actually find my weapons. Got my tranquilizer, my microphone to hear sounds, and a knife. So sounds like if I press square to aim, oh, now this is weird. All right, so now I can shoot that snake and use them as food later, or I can unequip my gun. So like I said, right now we're just trying to sneak around. And like I say, we're really not going to see anybody for the first couple of sections, so we're just trying to get the lay of the land. Alright. Like I said, I've been playing a lot of the newer games, so there's a lot of new features that I'm accustomed to that I got to start breaking those habits, so let's get back into it. So, like I said, we're going to look around, sneaking around, make sure we don't find anybody. So there shouldn't be anybody. It should mostly be animals right here. We got something on the left-hand side. I think we're supposed to be coming up against... Oh, okay, alright, yeah. Now I know. This part, we gotta be careful. We don't have anything in this part. You see how we have alligators, or crocodiles, whichever you want. We gotta watch out for them because they will knock you out. And you can't stay too long in the mud, otherwise you drown, so... we got to go here, go this way. Okay, so yeah, so this game has a lot of cool stuff. I almost got whipped. I did not nay, almost got whipped. So right here, you see there's a beehive. You can shoot those down to get the enemies to go away. You can also shoot that, and you can shoot the alligators or crocodiles with the trank gun, and eventually they'll fall asleep and they won't bother you. So right now we're just trying to get away from them and get this. We got a suppressor. I think when we come back, there is an actual alligator hat, which is pretty funny to have. And so now we're going this way. Just trying to make sure there's no one here. And then so we have that right there. I can take off the suppressor. Do this. Alright, so like I said, we're getting used to this game. It's been a while since I played this. Alright. And now I got fruit. So now I can go food, and I got something to eat if my stamina goes down. Backpack, we got all these things. We got them all equipped. Camouflage, uniform. See, these are all the other uniforms we have. So depending on which uniform you put on, the more you will be able to blend into your surroundings, and the harder it is for everyone to see you. We do have the mask, we have the black paint, so if you're ever playing like Super Smash Brothers, Ultimate, and stuff like that, the different kinds of costumes that Snake can wear, this is originally where he got them from. So, like I said, we're going back to, let me put my suppressor back on before I forget. Let's go on to the next section, and now I think we should be actually running into actual enemies. Yep, there we go. So now the level of difficulty is going to go up. So, like I said, for the first prologue of this game, we're just going to try to get accustomed to it. Well, let me get back into the mix.
I've spotted
And then
two
once we get
enemy
into the actual mission of Metal Gear Solid 3, I think I got something to help ramp this up.
AK-47s and grenades.
Snake, your presence in Soviet territory is already a violation of international law. You can't let the Kremlin find out that the CIA and the American government are involved. Contact with the enemy is strictly prohibited. Don't engage them in battle either. This is a stealth mission. Got that?
The Major is right. The point of this mission
Now
is to
they're
sneak
just
through the
emphasizing,
jungle without being
don't get
seen.
spotted. You get spotted,
The
it's going to be a
success of
bad
the mission
time.
depends
So
on
try to
how
sneak
well
around the
you
best you
use your
can.
camouflage.
Don't get spotted. You get spotted, and you're going to
Change
have a
your
bad time. Everyone's
camouflage
going to
by
jump on you.
selecting
You're going to have to
camouflage
hide.
from
You're
the
going to run
survival
around.
viewer.
You're
The
going to have
uniform option lets you pick
a
your
more difficult
uniform,
time
while
getting
the
to
face
your
option lets you change your face
destination
paint.
and completing your
Choosing
mission.
camouflage that blends in with your surroundings will help you conceal yourself more effectively. Also, don't forget that anything that moves will stand out in the jungle. If you just stand up and run around like an idiot, you're bound to be spotted. But if you crawl instead, you should be able to sneak by without being noticed. You can see how effective your camouflage is by looking at the
Alright, so they're
camo
going over
index.
most of the stuff I covered already.
The camo index
Make sure you
shows
wear
how
the,
well
wear the
your
right
current
camouflage. Make sure you have
blends
the
in with
right
the
face
surrounding
paint.
area.
There's going to be some funny
higher
ones that
the
we find
value,
along the
the
way.
harder you are to
I'm going to try to
spot,
do my
and
best to
vice
remember
versa.
where they are. Like, so there's some
key
that
is
are
to
just
make yourself
absolutely
one
wild,
with
and when you do
nature.
your second playthrough,
Keep that in
they
mind
have
as
a
you
couple
go
of crazy
along,
ones that you
okay?
just get from doing your second playthrough from completing it one time. Alright, so now, like I said, we're going to start getting into the mix. So now this is going to be important to actually walk around, keep your sonar and motion detector on. I can see that guy now. I couldn't see him earlier, so now we're going to start crawling. And you just use your environment the whole entire time. I used to play a whole bunch of stealth games back in the day, and then now I'm just like, everything's just run, gun, right? So, cool thing about this is the enemies have a radio. If you have a gun that is not a tranquilizer, you can shoot their radio. That way they can't call for backup, so that way they can't, let me back out. They can't get you hemmed up. So that's all I can do. And so now we're going to get tiger stripes. And so now we're blending into this tree bark. So what you want to do is kind of sneak up, shoot this guy, and knock him out. So that way he won't bother you. And I got him. I think I got him. Yeah, I got him. So you can see the actual dart sticking out of his neck. So depending on where you shoot him at, the faster they'll go to sleep. Right? And so now he's out. Just because he's out doesn't mean I'm safe, though. Gotta dispose of the body. So now, we just gotta make sure we hide him, so that way his friends don't find him. And he dropped something for me, and so I got more bullets. And then now, you can kind of look around and see what's going on. And that little flip, the running roll, you know, that obviously this is where they got it from. It's from Smash, you can do that. They got it from this game. And see, now we're looking around, see if there's anything to help us. We know there's a guy over there. There is an alternate route here. And like I said, it's been a minute, so let's see. Let me see what's the best way to do this. Let me sneaking around. Secret age. Okay, here. What's your movement here? There he is. Alright, so make sure we knock him out when no one else is around. See how good my aim is. And see, shoot him in the head, he's out. So now Gotta make sure we put them somewhere where they can't find them. And then, so you gotta use your environment. There's a tree right here. This is usually where I stick this guy. And now we got a grenade, which is loud, but you know, if you need it, you need it. Alright. So we go this way. And oh, see, there we go. There we go, getting spotted already. So hiding. Gonna hide behind the tree. And he has no idea I'm over here. And then we can...
Nobody here.
Missed. Alright, now we got him. And now he's out. We got him. So I don't think there might be one more guy around here, maybe. We're gonna hide the dispose of him. There we go. And then now, alright, so there's one more guy right there. And see, they're kind of camouflaged as well, so sometimes it's kind of hard to spot. It's a whole lot easier actually on this version of it because it is better to see. Oh, and there's that little frog guy, I believe, right there. So the frog guy, I believe, if you get shoot all the frog guys, you get the camo, which is like a frog camo, and it makes a whole bunch of sounds. It's just hilarious. See, there we go. We got a trophy for it. Alright, so there we go. And now, figure out this way. There's the next areas. And since this is the end of the area, we're going to cancel our motion detector, save the battery. Like I said, it's just going to take me a minute to get back into the groove of this and get that feel for the controls, and it's just going to come back like second nature. Alright. See, now they're teaching us about using the environment. You see a hornet's nest over there. He's got that devious smile, like we're about to do something. We're up to no good, right? So let's go be up to no good. Let's find this out. Let's see what happens. So... see this guy, see that, and we're going to see where's the hornet's nest. That is a fruit. There's a hornet's nest. So we missed our opportunity. Let's hit this frog real quick since we're waiting. But we shoot this hornet's nest and we get him. We're gonna actually clear out the road because you can see there's two more guys over there. And see, there we go. He's going back over there, and we're gonna have some fun. Go, and then now we're going to be able to go through this part a whole lot easier. Because usually this is the first part everyone gets caught up on, is since there's all these hornets and bees and stuff. All these guys over here. Oh, man, I forgot. You got to be careful when you're walking. Let's see. Hopefully nope, that's the wrong button. And there we go. That's the first death right there. So yeah, there's one button that says drop down. There's another button that actually picks you up. So that was the wrong button. All right, let's go. We go back to it. Now we can do a little bit faster. And now we can just go ahead and run back. So now let's do this right this time. You guys stay careful on these bridges because you will fall off. Clear out these guys. Now they have no idea you're here. And then now we can kind of run through this part. I don't know if it's this part of the mission or the second part of the mission where there's an item. I think it's the second part. Oh, there it is right now. Oh, alright. Let's see. There you go. Triangle is the right button. Alright, so now we found it. Let's just do the hang. It's a whole lot easier. And then climb up. And then we get an assault rifle, the ammo, and something to help us actually stop us from trembling when we're trying to use a sniper rifle or aim. So, and see, our stamina's going down since I did dropped down a couple times and tried to do something difficult, which is climbing. So now we can eat food and actually build it back up. So like I said, they run away, but they do come back if you take too long in this section. So we want to make sure we get to the next spot real quick. And then since this is easy to get, we're going to get the mushrooms. There we go. And now we got more food. Alright, go to the next section. Alright. This is going to be probably the first real test. This is going to be an area filled with people, I believe, if I remember correctly.
Major, I've reached the abandoned factory where Sokolov is supposedly being held. This place is a dump. I can't see Sokolov from here. Security.
Yeah, so this is the first real test of the mission. So this is going to be the last like real difficult part of the prologue. We got to make sure we break in here without getting spotted by all these guys. So we're going to have to do our best. But like I said, they gave you two options here. You can either go in there with your assault rifle that you just got and just lay waste to everybody and hide out while you're doing that, pick them off one by one. Or you can go in there and be stealthily like you're supposed to and just take them out with the shrink and hide them and make sure you don't get spotted. Like I said, you put them to sleep, they're not going to be asleep forever. They're going to be asleep for a while. So you still do have a time limit that you want to kind of get all these guys knocked out and get to the mission and get to the objective.
When you get to Sokolov, I want you to tell him something from me.
And that is?
Sorry for being so late.
Is that all?
Yes.
Understood. Beginning my approach to the target.
Alright, so here we go. Like I said, this is the last time they're really going to hold your hand, so. Like I said, we want to kind of knock everyone out, but we want to be careful as we knock everyone out. Because if they're just knocked down in the middle of nowhere, their friend's going to be like, hey, what's that guy sleeping for? Got that guy. And like I said, even when you're aiming with your regular tranquilizer round, if you're fatigued or tired, you will have a hard time aiming. And so basically headshots are the best in any game, right? So you want to make sure that you can actually get the head accurately. Now we just wait. We cleared the perimeter, I believe. But there's also some other guys here there. Like I said, on this motion detector, we can see how many people are actually moving around. If we want to, we could use a sonar. The only bad thing about the sonar is that it makes noise. So anytime you ping the sonar, it doesn't use as much battery. So you found a good spot right there, right in the middle of the grass. Every time you use a sonar, it pings, and everyone who's around you, if they're close enough, they can hear it. So let's go this way. That guy was knocked out too. There's a guy right here, so let's see if we can't get him. And then, let's see. Nope. And there's a snake over there. I think I got him. I think I barely got him. And see how this guy is kind of in the middle of nowhere, no man's land. That's not good, so we kind of want to move him. But I think we got the other guy. Oh, there he is. Yep, we got him. We got him. We just gotta wait. If he sees his friend, we just have to get him again. And now he's out, so we got him. And there's another weapon here, so. Now we got a shotgun. So, like I said, we're going to try not to use these weapons. Those weapons are mostly for, like, the boss fights. Always get rid of the evidence. No matter what you're doing, always get rid of the evidence. Not speaking from experience or anything like that, but just get rid of the evidence. Like I said, the reason why I'm checking around certain spots is I played this game a couple times before, so I kind of remember where some of these guys hide out. Like I said, it's going to be a little fuzzy playing this because it's been, I wouldn't just say a minute, but a good minute. So it's gonna be a little fuzzy. But so most things that are fun are fuzzy, right? And so, what the heck? Okay, so that was just the game glitching out. Like I said, we want to be quiet. So if you're running around, you're gonna make a lot of noise. If you are just kind of walking around or crawling around, you make less noise. This is kind of a good vantage spot. This barrel is going to come out in a good time for the next time we come through here. It does help out if you're in a bind and you're just trying to get through it pretty quick. I think there's another guy around here, which there is. So let's back out here. Yeah, we're just going to try to outweight him. Let's see, wait for him to turn around. So there's a couple things we can do. Like I said, you know, the easiest part is just shoot them across the map, get them, or we can try to do something a little bit more difficult, which I want to probably try to do just to show you that we can do it. So we're going to give this guy a little bit more time. We'll lay down. Let's see if we can't make ourselves more inconspicuous. There we go. Now I look like a brick wall, right? You can't see me. Best brick wall ever. Like, blend in so well. Okay, let's see. Where's this guy at? Okay, there he goes. Alright, so now we're going to try to do what I want to do. If I can do it.
Huh? Who's that?
Oh, nope. Nope, we didn't do it. Alright, that was too far. So now we're gonna throw some hands. There we go. Now we're gonna throw some hands. All because they're trying to be cute. And now we're gonna stick around. And this is part of the fun part of this game. It's like, hey, you screw up, now you have to deal with the consequences. This is consequences of the game. Mr. Consequences. Okay. And so now they have no idea where I'm at. If they do follow you into a hole, oh, there's a snake there. They will try to hit you with a grenade. All right, so now since we screwed that up royally, we can eat some food. And some of these like have really nice like animations when you eat something for the first time. So now we have our stamina up, and then as you just chill, your stamina's your health's gonna go back up. And so now we have to play the most fun part of this game, which is the waiting game. But like I said, as we hang out here, we can get our health back up. And see when you try to go and be too cute, what happens. So next time we'll just do the safe bet and just go ahead and just knock everyone out. So you got 3 sets of counters. Alerts when they see you, they're gonna fight you. Evasion is where they kind of have an idea of where you're at. So you're still kind of in danger. And then cautions, they completely lost you, and now you just have to wait them out. The only bad thing about this part is like if you're in caution and they find one of the guys you knock out and they wake him up, the caution timer starts all over again. And the part that we're doing right now, we can't get to the guy that we need to get to if he's in caution. And see, this guy's running around all crazy like. So there is 2 challenges to do to get the bonus items in here. So one of them is play the whole game without getting spotted, and the other is play the whole entire game without killing anyone. So we're gonna try our best not to kill anyone. We're just gonna go ahead and do that anyways, or unalive anyone. We just want to make sure that we can get in and out without leaving a trail of bodies behind us. So now we're just gonna have to enjoy quality time together. So I'm Nexus. How's it going? How's everyone doing? You see there's a whole bunch of rats around here. I think right here where this little light is at, it's going to be the quickest way to get to where we need to go. The only other thing is there's a couple guys hanging out up on top of the deck above us. And like I said, now they found somebody else that I just knocked out, so now we got to do this all over again. So, but we have plenty of food. And we're gonna throw hands at this guy. There we go.
What's that sound?
But we can kind of creep out, look around, see what the terrain's like, see if there's any more enemies, and knock them out. Oh, and there's another frog. We found something cool. I think there's like 99 of these little frogs hanging out, these little Kermit the Frog guys. So we gotta have to try to find all of them, because that's also an alternative way to get everything, is to get one of the items is to shoot all these little gecko frogs. And see, now you heard the frogs, so they're all coming around to try and check out what it is. Alright, so now we have a minute. So we have a minute of quality time. Alright. And like I said, this gives you time to recharge your batteries and everything else. Like I said, I think the guy's up here. We're just gonna have to wait till this timer goes down because it won't let me go through the door if there is we're under fire. But like I said, this gives me an opportunity to knock these guys out right here. If it's just him, I got him. And yes, the guy is right above me. So you hear that screaming? That's the guy right above me. So let me see if I can't find the quick way to get to this guy. So knock that guy out. Hopefully his buddies don't come for him, because if not, then we're gonna have to spend another minute 30 just hanging out. So they didn't find him. These guys are about to leave. Once they leave, we can sneak back up there. Oh my god. So there we go. Now we start all over again. But these guys are leaving, so let's see. And we're also not very well hidden either, so let's go back and hide ourselves. So most of the time in this game, we're going to be spending changing our clothes. You know, it's like dress up in the simulator, right? And then, see, he saw me at first, and then now I changed my clothes, and now I'm invisible. So, like I said, we're in the mix. As long as we don't bother anybody, we'll be fine. And like I said, I do have another challenge designed for the next part of this game. This, like I said, we're just trying to see if I can sneak up on somebody and get them knocked out like that. Let's see if I can. He's too close. Oh, he's hiding right there. Then he's out. I don't think there's anyone else over there, so I kind of... Oop, nope, there's someone over there. Someone moving. Yep, there's someone moving. So let's... That's the guy I knocked out earlier, so let's go ahead and see if we can't knock them out again. Other good thing is, if you knock them out, all the guys who are searching for you, the timer will go down. And I got him in the back, so just kind of sneak out.
It's my imagination.
Alright. And he's out. So let's... And everyone's gone. It's all clear, allegedly. That guy's right there, so let's hide. So we don't make the same mistake we made earlier. See if I can't get him. Oh, nope. And that was not it. Let's see, I can get him this way. Got him. And see, now he's none the wiser. And now we sneak around this way. And now they're none the wiser. We're just gonna knock out everybody. Screw it.
What's wrong?
Oh. I think there was another guy.
Huh?
And I think we got everybody. I think we got everybody. At first it doesn't work. Who's
that?
And then
Radio, we need backup.
who's the last guy? All right, now we're just gonna throw hands. Super stealth. We're throwing hands. And we got everybody. So there now we got there's no one left now. Now we just gotta make sure we put everybody to sleep. And now we're gonna have a good time now. There's no one here. Now we should have a good time. As telling us, hey, we can't get up there until everyone's gone. So, let's see, what button is it to answer this call? Okay, center button.
Major, I'm in front of Sokolov's cell, but the door won't open.
Hold on, Snake. What's the current condition?
Condition?
Yeah, what phase is it now?
Evasion.
Exactly. I already said you can't contact Sokolov during battle. Don't you listen to
So yeah,
people
we
when they-
threw stealth out the window halfway through there, and we just
Well,
threw
anyway,
caution to the
reason
wind, and
that
we just
door
said, hey,
won't open
let's
is probably because
let's figure this out.
Sokolov's
Let's just throw
blocking
hands and
himself.
get to the next part of this mission.
Scared, and no wonder.
But like I said,
In order to break
we're just getting
Sokolov out of
our
there,
feet
you'll need
wet.
his cooperation as
It's going to
well.
be a whole
So
lot
stop scaring
better and easier going through.
Contact
It's going to ramp
Sokolov
up in how
later
many
after
people are
you've
going to be
disengaged
walking
the
around,
enemy.
stalking around. We're going to
Once
hide
things
what
are
kind of
stabilized,
camo you're
try
going
it
to get.
again.
But like I
Got
said, we're just getting our feet wet. And, you know, we're pretending like none of that ever happened. See, and now we're good because we're now out of evasion. Now we can get on with the next part, and we're going to get past this prologue.
You must be Sokolov.
Are you one of Volgin's men? You
And see,
never
he's trying to
get
burn
from
all of
me.
his documentation because, like I said, leave no evidence behind. He's trying to get rid of all of his research so that way no one else can use it for the bad, to use it for evil, right? Because he specializes in making rockets, warheads, and like tanks and mobile tanks and stuff like that. So even if they don't have him, they have his research, and they can still recreate what he is working with or what he was working
I
on.
have a message from him.
What is it?
He said to tell you sorry for being so late.
So, like I said, this guy is a guy we've been assigned to bust out, and we're supposed to get him without
What does it mean?
being seen. And I think about half the force knows that we've already been here and they saw us, and they're asleep now, and we're gonna get out of here before they wake up, hopefully.
Who's they?
But like I said, the next coming up part is probably one of my favorite scenes in a video game. So once we get past this part, it's gonna be pretty fun. I'm glad I get to share this part with you guys after, like I said, and this next part
He's a
coming
member
up.
of the army's extremist faction, a man who seeks to seize
here comes
control
another history
of the
lesson.
motherland. Ever since the Cuban Missile Crisis 2 years ago, Khrushchev has been pursuing a policy of peaceful coexistence with the West. Despite resistance and criticism from hawks in the army and the provincial authorities, Khrushchev has managed to suppress the opposition so far. But the failure of his agricultural policies has put him in a precarious position. And on top
Now I
of
always
that,
feel like I'm
the
getting
tragedy
somewhat
of
smarter
last
playing this
November.
game because
Kennedy's
you're learning
assassination.
something, right?
Precisely.
So, I mean, you're learning a little bit about
Since,
history mixed with
Khrushchev
some
has
stuff
lost his
that
biggest
is
partner, and his
partly
power base
fiction,
is
right?
rapidly crumbling away. A certain group is
Alright, so
plotting
this
to
is
use
the
this
bad guy
opportunity
that
to
what's going to
seize
be the
power
main bad.
by rallying the
So
anti-government
just remember his
forces,
face, remember his
overthrowing
name.
Khrushchev, and
We're gonna be seeing a lot of this guy
installing
later
Brezhnev
on.
and Kosygin in his place. The mastermind behind this plot is Colonel Volgin of the GRU. He has control over another secret weapons research facility much like this one, OKB-812, known as the Granin Design Bureau, and is using it to further his plans. But that is not enough to satisfy him. Now he's plotting to seize the secret weapon I have been developing here and use it as leverage in his bid for power. The intelligence says that they are going to make their move during the test.
Oh no, not during the test.
Soldiers outside.
Exactly. They wouldn't need that many men just to keep me inside. Their orders were to prevent Colonel Volgin from capturing me.
So now we come to find out that actually, not only we're trying to capture this guy, or not capture him, but save this guy, but there's also someone else after him, and so that's why he was so heavily guarded, because the main bad is trying to get him for all of his research. So we got in there before that guy came in to try to snatch him. So hopefully we can make our escape without getting caught or any other bad stuff happening. So we're going to continue to do our best. Always do your best. No matter what you're doing, just do your best. That's all that matters. Is always do what you can.
From my mentor.
Is that so? America's truly a frightening country.
Having second thoughts.
No. I have no love for this place. Let's go.
USA, USA. Yeah, he wants to come to America. Go figure. Land of hamburgers, hot dogs, some other things, and twins, I guess.
Major, this is Snake.
If you remember
Sokolov
that
is
commercial,
safe with
you're
me.
probably
He's
way
doing
too
fine.
old
No
to be
injuries.
hanging out
Good
here.
work, Snake. Now
That
hurry up
commercial
and
was
get
a long,
Sokolov
long
to
time ago.
recovery
If you know what I'm
point.
talking
We'll
about,
rendezvous with you
now
there.
I'm just also
Roger.
dating myself again.
What about the sentries?
I managed to get past them.
I see.
What about the boss?
We
lost contact
managed to
with the
get
boss some
past
time
them.
ago.
We just went
What
and
happened?
fist fought everybody, threw
Probably
hands,
just a
knocked
weak
them out,
signal.
swept them off
Just
their
hurry
feet,
and get Sokolov
and
out.
made sure that they don't remember what is going on because we knocked them all out. They didn't say how to get past them, they just said get past them, right? So we did that. Maybe not the most stealthily way, but we did it. That looks like me trying to defend myself. You know, throw up my hands up, pretend like I know some judo. With all his trained soldiers, he was like, what is a little scientist guy gonna really do? So that's why you need to stay close. We got you. We got you, homie. It's kind of like, you know, you have that little friend or a friend. So we got people sneaking around. You got that friend who kind of is like wants to start trash and talk with people and fight, and then he's smaller than everybody, and he knows that the big guy's gonna help him out. Now we're getting into some action. And this will happen regardless. It doesn't matter that we got spotted like 6 or 7 times. I don't remember how many times we got spotted. This is just what's going to happen no matter what. And then now we're going to get an introduction to one of the characters that's like a long-standing character in this whole entire series. This is his first OG appearance.
You're from the Ocelot unit of Spetsnaz.
And there's a whole lot of stuff to his backstory
What's
that
a
I
crew soldier
won't get
doing
into
here?
until we get to the very end of this game, because it's going to be a heavy spoiler. So just remember, he's going to be a very, very important character throughout this whole entire series. So we're going to be playing this game, and then Delta when it comes out. If you guys want to do the whole entire Metal Gear, we can do it, but there's some of them that will take a long time to finish.
He's the Ocelot commander.
That's Major Ocelot to you. And don't you forget it.
Sokolov
This part's
is
going to be
ours.
so silly.
Now get out of here.
And Ocelot never lets his prey escape.
What?
Alright, everyone do your best cat meow. You can see this guy is definitely a good marksman, right? Watch this is gonna be awesome. Unrealistic, but awesome. Got-y! And if anyone, well, this is the first time you fall in love with this guy, yes, that's gonna be the first scene that makes you fall in love with this guy. In a bro way, in a bromance, right? In bromance. Maybe in a real way, bromance way. Like I said, there's gonna be a whole bunch of hardcore stuff like this going on throughout this game. So if you're sensitive to this kind of thing, you know, maybe this game's not for you, then you know, you can jump off at any point in time. No one's keeping you here. We're just trying to have fun.
Even if it is for the Gru.
Sokolov, take cover.
Huh. You're not the boss, are you?
Everyone do your best. Cat meow. Meow. That part cracks me up every single time. It's so stupid. It's so ridiculous. And it's supposed to be a super serious moment and you just throw that in there, but that's Kojima.
What is that stance? Huh. That gun.
Now we're getting roasted. He's gonna roast us, talk about how trash we are.
If you're not the boss, then die.
See what happens when you roast people?
Major!
That scream almost cracks me up too every single time.
Shoot the other one! Whoa!
And now you found out how much of a G Snake actually is. Like I said, we've been hitting him with all trank darts, so this guy's a little groggy. It's about time for his memes. See, we came in here, they're roasting us, and there was like 6 guys, and we all took them out one by one by one. It's kind of like, you know, when you watch John Wick and you see him beat the crap out of everybody. Yeah, this was my John Wick growing up.
You ejected the first bullet by hand, didn't you? I see what you were trying to do, but testing a technique.
This is what we call in the industry a coaching moment.
Very smart. You were asking to have your gun jam on you. Besides, I don't think you're cut out for an automatic in the first
If someone
place.
screws something up, you
tend
don't
to
get
twist
mad.
your
It's a
elbow
coaching
to absorb
moment.
the recoil. That's more of a revolver technique.
You filthy American dog!
KO.
But that was some fancy shooting. You're pretty good.
Pretty good.
Looks like we got our first fanboy. Alright, so we came in here, we tried to get a guy, try to save him, found out that they were trying to protect him from some other guys, and those other guys came and tried to get us, and we ended up throwing our hands, knocking them all down, and showing that we mean business, right? So that's pretty much what happened. I mean, like I said, there's a lot of people that kind of dress in the same outfits, and so it kind of gets confusing, but we find out now that, you know, there's 2 different forces. One was trying to protect the guy we're trying to save, and the other guys are trying to take him, and we end up knocking all those guys out. So who's the real winner here, right? Is it Snake? I think it's Snake.
The whole thing stinks.
I agree. You'd better hurry.
Sokolov ran off by himself, but I'll catch up to him.
We're counting on you.
I do like that little added feature now that you actually have like trophies for this, achievements. And like I said, this part, we're pretty much at the end of the prologue, so this is where the game is going to start ramping up. I mean, like I said, this is going to get intense for a little bit, and then it's going to be maybe a lot more exposition for a little while, so we'll get to hang out for a little while as we watch a movie. Oh yeah, we're definitely going to get to hang out while watching a movie, so this part's going to get, this is probably one of the best parts of the actual game, like for, like in cutscenes wise.
Yes. The best crew has to offer. They're coming for me. I'm finished.
Calm down. I'll get you out of here, I promise. And we've got some of the best backup we could ask for.
So there's plenty of times where we're just going to see me put the controller down because I know this is going to be a minute. See that big, giant, hunking thing over there? That is what we're trying to prevent from shooting nuclear weapons and destroying the world and holding the world ransom and start World War III.
The treading behemoth. A tank capable of launching nuclear IRBM.
It can launch nuclear missiles from that kind of terrain.
Oh, yes. And without support from friendly units.
Look how weird of a tank that looks like, but it can shoot nuclear weapons and destroy the world and start World War III. So that's our goal. We want to stop that thing from ever being capable to being finished and launched. So we're coming to find out it's only in phase 1, and there's going to be a couple other phases that we need to complete in order for it to be mobile and be functional. So if as long as we can get this guy out, that won't happen. So we're going to try to do that and do our best. Is this going to turn out good or bad for us in this moment?
Yes.
We'll find out.
And then the age of fear will truly begin.
A world war.
I had no choice but to cooperate. I didn't want to die. I wanted to see my wife and child again in America. Please, take me to America.
We're all
quickly.
living in America. There's gonna be a whole bunch of songs that go through my head while I'm sitting there watching this. You know, usually I have a bunch of earworms that are always going through my mind. Alright, so we think we're about to go. It's gonna start ramping up. Alright. Hi guys, I'm gonna let you guys enjoy this for a second. I'm gonna let you hang out with the cringe couch crew. Because I don't want to distract anyone from this moment. Just I'll be back in a second.
Boss?
Good work, Jack.
What are you doing here?
Sokolov comes with me.
Hornets.
We're gonna meet the Rogue Gallery right now. So not only did we lose our mark, they took our mark.
My friends, let us
At the same time, we're like, the boss, wasn't she on the other line? Like, on the radio. How the hell did she end up over here? Why is she on this side? So all your questions, there's gonna be millions of questions flying through your mind right there. And this old guy with this parrot, dude. Out of all these guys, he is probably one of the best bosses to fight against, or just like Britain, because there's multiple ways to get rid of this guy, and one of them is an Easter egg, which is if you just forward the time on your console, this guy will die of old age. Like literally, legitimately, he would just die from you just advancing the clock, and you don't even have to fight him. There's also a point in the game where we can knock him out early, and then you don't have to fight him in his boss fight. But it is kind of like a tense boss fight, and like I say, if we do not use lethal force on these bosses, you can actually get their camo and use them for later. And each one of these camos are special, have like an ability. And the old guy, which is the end, his camo is the best one you can get in the game because you don't have to eat any food anymore. You pretty much just use the sunlight to restore your stamina. So as long as you have it on, you don't really have to worry about eating anymore. And speaking on eating in this game, so if you do not eat your food for a really long time, like say you got like a fruit or a snake or fish or whatever, if you don't eat it, it does get rotten over time, and if you eat it, you will throw up. There's a couple of Easter eggs in here that if I can show you that I remember from playing this a long time ago. They kept them in here. I'll try my best to show you all of them.
Sokolov is a little gift from my new hosts.
Recoilless nuclear warheads. These will make a fine gift for me.
This can't be happening.
Who is he? Another one of your disciples? Are we taking him with us?
No, this one is still just a child. Too pure for us Cobras. He has not yet found an emotion to carry into battle.
What are you talking about?
Think you can pull the trigger?
We just got whopped. Not only did she knock us down, but she took apart our gun. We got washed. Alright, watch us get washed. Right here. Oof. Oof! Every time, that hurts me. Every single time. I don't think a single time I play this game and I don't cringe at that part.
He's seen my face. We can't let him live.
His catchphrase is like, if you ever watch Yu Yu Hakusho, it always tripped me out. But apparently what he was saying is Kuwabara, which is like evil spirits be gone or something like that. So he's trying to ward away all the evil spirits, especially because the rain was coming. And not only is it raining, but it's raining blood, which is a bad omen too. So then he's trying to ward away all the evil spirits. And you can see this guy has lightning abilities, right? He ate the lightning fruit, and now he can control lightning. So he's got bullets in his hands.
Jack?
Whenever he comes down to his boss fight, and or you later on these cutscenes when you actually go toe to toe with him, you'll see what he can do with those bullets and his lightning fruit. And now we find out how we got the bandana. Like I said, on my shirt we can see the big boss. It's got the bandana. Let's see. I'll show you guys.
The new blood has been rejected.
It's got the bandana and an eye patch. We're gonna figure out why he has a bandana and an eye patch.
Are we done here?
Now, onto Sokolov's research facility.
Shagohod is ours.
Drift away. My place is with them now.
pretty much like your mom and dad kicking you out of the house. Hey, you know, I raised you, got you to where you need to be, where you can stand on your own 2 feet. So now stand on your own 2 feet. Get out. You know, don't come back. And we somehow survived the fall, the crash, the river ride, and now we're in the bed of nowhere. Well, at least our face is still painted nice color green.
Snake,
Alright,
can you
so we're
hear
going
me?
to learn the last new mechanic of the game. So we learn how to eat, we learn how to change our backpack, change our camo.
Snake,
This is the
listen to me.
last
You need
little
emergency medical treatment. Can you
mechanic
move?
of the game that we're going to have to learn right here. Like I said, usually whenever I'm watching these cutscenes, I usually go to like the fourth portrait because that has all their stats and stuff like that. So that way you can learn a little bit more about each of the characters and the help.
Just relax and it'll all be over before you know it. Stay with me. I've seen people in worse shape before. Think you can handle it?
Major. The boss. She's defected.
We'll talk about that later. First, we've got to get you patched up.
Okay, here we go.
So now we
First,
can learn
open the
that we gotta play
survival cure
doctor.
with the start button. If you select cure, you can start the treatment.
Which is pretty cool. Like I
Healing is
said,
derived
there's
from
a
treatment using
funny little
medicine with
Easter
the
egg that they
item
put in
window
this part.
button,
Like
and
whenever
surgical
you
treatment
do the
using
medical
weapon
viewer.
window button.
Not only that, but I mean, it's
Your
cool
injuries
having the
include a
X-ray.
fractured
Like
left
before Mortal
elbow and
Kombat
rib
did it,
bone,
you know,
and
you had the
lacerations
X-ray
on your upper arms, right
effect
elbow, and
on
abdomen.
here, so you can figure out how to heal
They
yourself.
need to be fixed using surgical
Even
treatment.
though, you know, Mortal Kombat does it in a
Move the
more
healing
brutal
cursor
and
with the
violent
left
way, which
stick
is
to the
fun.
affected
I love
part of
watching
your
it.
body.
You know, this was
Once
like,
you've
hey,
selected the
let's learn how to
affected
do
area,
like
hold the weapon window
medical
button and use
procedures,
the
and then
left
at the end of
stick
this,
to
you're
select
like,
the medical
I
item,
think I could be a
and then
doctor.
press the enter.
Then you
With
figure out
this
how much
method,
schooling
you
is
can
gonna be, and
use
you're like,
items to
there's
help
no
you
way I could be a
recover
doctor.
process. To treat a bone fracture, first secure the affected area with a fastener and then wrap it in bandages. That should do it. For lacerations, you'll need
All right, is
disinfectant
everyone
to
paying
clean the
attention? 'Cause I
wound,
was not paying
sutures
attention.
to stitch it up, styptic to slow the flow of blood, and bandages
And
to
you
wrap the
can
wound.
like use the wrong items,
you
and
do
if you do, you're
everything
just
I
wasting it.
mentioned, the wound should
So
heal completely.
throughout this game, you're gonna be finding like supplies and stuff throughout the
Understood?
game. So if you don't have the right supplies and use them
Stay
on the
with
wrong
me.
wound
Go
and
into
stuff
the
like that, you
survival
run
room
out
and
and you
treat
still have
those
one
wounds.
wound that needs a certain item, you're kind of out of luck. All right, so see, we're all laid out on the ground, just, you know, got washed, figuratively and literally, because we did get washed by there. See, we got red health right there. That means that's health that can be recovered if we actually heal ourselves. So now we gotta go to the cure option. See, it says condition: cut, suffering from a deep cut, bleeding, no bandage applied, no, not yet disinfected. So now it tells us what we actually need. So we need to put a bandage. We need to disinfect it first. So let's see, disinfect it. Cool. No, or so deep bleeding. So we gotta suture it up, deep cut, and then no bandage. So now we gotta put bandage. Suffer from deep cut, bleeding, and then we didn't put this little patch on there. So you can do it out of order. You know, you don't want to do it out of order in real life, but you can do it out of order in here. So suffering from a deep cut, bleeding, and disinfect. So we're gonna do the same thing. So we're gonna do disinfect it, suture it up, this little square patch, and a bandage. And see, now we're getting better at it. Same thing, disinfect it, suture, this little square guy, big band-aid, and a bandage. Bone fracture. And then, like I said, like same thing with the food. If there's certain things, like if it's the first time you've done it or like the third time you've done it, there's a cool little cutscene that plays out and then it shows you, you know, what it will look like in like kind of like a diagram or documentary of what it would look like, kind of like a little demo of what it would look like. All right, so this is a broken bones, right? Broken bone fracture. So we need a splint and a bandage. Broken bone, bandage. Now we're done. Now we get to watch all this in live, right? And I think this is my #1 toxic trait right here, is that I think I could do this and just be fine with it, right? I'd probably be wean out on it, but you know, this every time I watch it, I'm always like, man, I could do it. I could do it. You know, that's my toxic trait right there. And this means we successfully completed the prologue. So now we're actually going to get into the actual game after another long set of cutscenes. So if you need to go use the bathroom, if you need to go make some popcorn, some food, anything you want to throw this in the background, it's going to be quite a minute. And there'll be some more information coming out that is pertinent to the game, but it's going to be a minute until we touch this controller again. I say that, but we're supposed to be finding something secret in here. Which I miss, but what's the secret here is there's a body that's all skeleton, worn out, and stuff like that. That's like in a soldier's garb, so that's going to play an important role later in this game. I can feel it calling in the it's okay. So yes, they still have a connection as though, even though they're on opposite sides, but that's kind of goes back to what she was saying earlier, because depending on who you ally yourself with, and if you're a soldier or government or tool of anybody, whoever is going to be your enemy could have been your best friend the day before, and that's pretty much one of the main themes of this game. So, they're on opposite sides, even though they care for each other, they're friends, and all that stuff. It's pretty much his mother figure, right? Pulls on your heartstrings. Look at this guy contemplating why he got washed. Sitting there all frustrated. He's sitting there doing stupid. And now we're gonna amp things up. So first it was just, hey, we're gonna steal this guy. He's a scientist. Now we have him in our hands, and now we can make a weapon. And now we're gonna ramp up the tension between the two governments, right? The East and the West, pretty much.
Sokolov and the Shagohod.
What are we going to do with the girl?
Who is she?
Apparently she's so
That was the weirdest angle I've ever seen. I looked inside his mouth. I could see the whole entire contents of Volgan's mouth. I don't think I've ever seen that angle before. It probably was something that got lost in translation in this HD update or upgrade.
She's a nice catch. I'll take her. Not so fast, my dear. A kiss of death?
Are you KGB?
We may be able to use her.
Some more spy tech. So you can see the heavily influence of James Bond, 007, and spy movies in this one, especially because a lot of the James Bond movies were about the time of this era. There was a whole slew of them, and so they're trying to harken back to that, Kiss of Death and Laser Pin and all this other high school high grade tech that was supposed to be discreet and stuff like that, and just pure fantasy. So that you can see how that harkens into this.
Be our friend, the American defector.
You're going to nuke your fellow Russians?
Remember the Alamo.
Colonel!
Any of my Texas guys in here, Texas people? When I played this, and every time I did something that was I thought was legit badass, I would always say that. It was something that was always stuck in my head for most of my my young adulthood. You just hit a dunk. Remember the Alamo. Get an A on a test. Remember the Alamo. Pass your driver's test. Remember the Alamo. So that's one of the phrases with this game that stuck with me for a while. There's a couple phrases that get stuck in my head, depending on what I'm watching, TV, anime, cartoons, reading comic books and stuff like that, video games. But that's the one that stuck with me for this one for a while. now we just amped up the tension. See. So, if you ever played the first Metal Gear Solid, there was a little Easter egg about they would kind of like. Okay, so hold on, we gotta make sure we mute this real quick. Sorry, unfortunately, one of the things on YouTube is we can't have licensed music, and this, even though it is one of the best songs for the whole entire game, that this song plays twice throughout this game, and there's another like little Easter egg that if you toggle the right trigger or the R1 in this case, you hit that button over and over again, you have a little person yelling "Snake Eater" in the back end. But just whatever theme song that you love and enjoy, just think of that while playing while this is going on. But it's supposed to be like a kind of like a James Bond-esque like song too. So like I said, this song was stuck in my head for a long time because I played this game probably like once I first beat it, the first version, probably played it like 3 times back to back, and then I got the second version of this game and played it like 2 times back to back. But yeah, now this song gets stuck in everyone's head. So I guess now would be a good time to talk about Kojima and the Konami and all that stuff. So Kojima was a budding like director for Konami. He made a couple games, and they said, hey, he started making the Metal Gear, not Solid, but Metal Gear on the MSX computer system, right? Those got bigger and bigger, and they gave him a better, higher role in the actual Konami office, and so he started getting the Metal Gear Solid series, got popular for the first one. Then the second one, it got even more popular. The thing is that through him doing all this stuff, like he's working himself to death because it's his baby. He's put a lot of work into it. He wants it done just right, and he mostly wanted to do like movies. Is if I remember that correctly, is like he was like wanted to do movies in his career, his like stories and stuff. Like he was really not like a hey, I want to do games. But he started doing this, and you start seeing how weird the stories getting. But then it gets a cult following, right? Like this game started blowing up. Metal Gear Solid was like one of the best games on the PlayStation 1 or PSX, and it pushed the boundaries of what that system can do. Not only that, but it was one of those games that had like multiple discs. So any game that had multiple discs, like that one, Final Fantasy, it had a lot of like work done into it. So PS2 comes out, Metal Gear Solid 2 comes out, and he kind of flips the expectation, right? So you get to grow with this one character, Solid Snake, and then you get to Metal Gear Solid 2, and Solid Snake's only in the game for like 30 minutes, maybe an hour, depending on how fast you can play it. And then so everyone was like, what the heck's going on? So they all wanted more Snake, right? So this is where this game comes in. That being said, okay, the song's over, so we can turn the actual volume back up. So that being said, Metal Gear Solid 3 comes out. It's awesome. This one comes out. Everyone loves it. This is at the back end of the PS2. We're getting the PS3. Then he starts making Metal Gear Solid 4. Same thing. It takes a long time. It's costing more and more money. Konami is really not happy with him. So they want him to keep making these games, but not have him spend so much time but he wants to do his game his way. He's not going to take no for an answer. They start, giving it to other teams to do like the Acid series, which I never played, and then they also do like the portable ones for the PSP, like Metal Gear Portable Ops, which I loved. I played it, and it's no longer canon, but it was good. And then they do Peace Walker, and then they re-released Peace Walker for the PS4, and then which it was way better on PS4. It was so much more fun. And then he gets to Metal Gear Solid 5, right? So Metal Gear Solid 5, him and Konami aren't really gelling anymore. Konami's trying to look in a different direction. They got a new president because, they're at a lot. They're kind of down on, like, funds and money and stuff like that. And, they're down on their luck. And so they're like, hey, it's taking you so long to make this game. And we're giving you so much money, but you have nothing to show for it, right? So that's when they released Ground Zeroes to say, hey, I'm still not done with the game, but here's kind of like a slice demo of this, like what we're looking for. And so the only good thing about that was that wasn't full price. It was like $30 when it came out. So you got like a
It's time
a
for Fox to
demo
clear its
and
name.
some
What are you
like
talking
mini
about?
games, pretty much. I wouldn't say mini games, but like VR missions.
We've still got a chance to come out of this
You got
one
that
alive.
for 30 bucks, which is not
Don't get
not
too
bad. It
excited.
was supposed to hold you over, but it was
Yeah.
kind of trying to
Have a
recoup
cigar.
some of that money that they're saying we're just throwing away to this game that we don't have yet. And now we got a new president, and he's not really with you. He wants to go
This
more
morning,
into the
I had a
directions
meeting
of
with the CIA.
pachinko and
They decided
mobile
what your
games,
next
right?
is.
And so
No.
they're not seeing eye to eye, so they kind of
Something
rush
even
out
bigger.
Metal Gear Solid 5. So that's why you
Yesterday,
play it.
the White
It's
House
episodic.
received an
Like I said,
unexpected call.
it's kind of a hard game to play and get into, but once you get into it, it has its own merits. It's a lot of fun. The stealth is really intense. The AI is really intense. It's really good. The story's really
It was a
good.
hotline call
It's-
from
the
Khrushchev
endings
to President
has a
Johnson.
nice twist to it, which got me threw me for a
That's
loop
right.
until the very end.
few
But
days ago,
at that
one of
point,
our country's main
like I said,
designers
Konami and Kojima are kind of like not doing well at all. They're
was
pretty much trying to get
destroyed in a nuclear
Kojima out.
explosion.
Even though all of
about
us
the same
fans and
time,
everyone
our
loves his
anti-aircraft
directing,
radar
art
picked
style,
up a
story, all that stuff.
that appeared to come
Konami
from
as a
one of
business
your
does not like him. They don't want him around anymore. So
Thus, any of
they had
these
one more
are
game
familiar
that he
to
was
you.
supposed to direct with them,
In
which was
retaliation, I have placed our armed
the Silent
forces
Hills
on
with Norman
secondary
Reedus,
alert.
and that PT. If you ever get a
Depending on
chance,
your
and you like scary
response, I may be
games,
left with no
if you
choice
can
but
do
to order the
horror and you
military
like kind
to
of like
maximum
psychological
alert
horror,
and unleash
check
Armageddon.
out the PT playthrough. I wish I
With
could
the
play it.
help
I didn't
of your
have the chance to download it before they pulled
I
it,
was able
but that was
to
so.
survive.
They released this game called PT, right? And it
my
was
power
like they call it PT because it's playable trailer, teaser, playable teaser,
I
right?
am to survive
So you
this
play it,
crisis.
and it's just
I
like
must
everyone's
have
trying to figure out like what is this game? It's crazy, it's wild, it's confusing, it's scary,
I should have
and
contacted you
everyone
myself.
at first didn't understand.
Didn't
And
you know
they come
that
to love
one
it,
of
and
our
come to find out that
soldiers
it's supposed to be
defected to your
a new Silent Hill
country
game with
ago?
Norman Reedus, directed by Kojima. Well, at this point,
So you haven't
Konami
heard.
says, "Screw it, we don't want you
The man
here.
who arranged the
We don't want you here
defection
anymore,
was a
Kojima."
group
So they've
colonel by
split,
the name of
kick him
Yevgeny
out, fire him,
Borosovich
split ways with
Volgin.
him, whatever. And so now, after that, Konami's just doing their thing with the pachinko, and the Japanese government comes down on them because it's kind of like trying to skirt the rules of gambling, the laws of gambling that they have there.
During
So
World War
they start coming
II,
down on
she
them.
was
So
the
now they're
one
kind of
who
like, well, we
led
can't
us
do
to
this
victory
anymore.
in
So
that
they
war.
like, well, we can't do mobile games
Russia,
or
you
try and do
know
mobile
her
games.
as
That way you can do
Boy
microtransactions to make a whole bunch of money because it doesn't cost a lot, and we can also we make a whole bigger profit because if you ever play any mobile games. The thing the reason why I don't play
And
them
she took
is because you start
miniature nuclear
download's
shells
free,
along
right?
with her.
And then if you want to get the better gear, better characters, better anything, it's like, okay, that costs $1, that
I'm
costs
afraid
$2,
so.
that costs
I
$3,
believe
and
they
so
were
now they're
a
just
gift for her
trying
new
to scrape you
host.
dry for every little penny you have.
Davy
Not
Crockett
get me
atomic
wrong, if you
battle
like
group
those
delivery system was
gotcha
completed
games
2
or whatever,
years
that's you, man. Do you?
Serious
But for
problems
me,
were
that's not for
found
me.
with the launch
So
of
Konami's
range
just like
precision.
all into that, and so there's
Although
just
they
been like
were
a dead
mass
period where
produced,
us
they've
people
never
who
been
love
deployed
Silent
back.
Hill, Metal Gear,
Sokolov's research
Castlevania, and stuff like that, just like
the whole
we can't get anything. So everything that they
can
have
only
that
offer
has
you
an
my
IP
deepest
associated with
condolences over
Konami
this
is just
terrible tragedy.
a mobile game or a pachinko and
the
all that
boss
stuff.
with
So
Colonel
when they finally
Volgin's
came out and said,
men
"Hey,
stole 2
we're
experiments
doing a
on
remake of
nuclear
Silent Hill
shells
2,"
and took them
bro,
with them
everybody
as a
lost
gift
their
when
mind,
she defected.
and me
Then,
personally too,
shortly
I lost my
thereafter,
mind because
Sokolov's
Silent Hill 2
design
is like
lab,
one of
a
my favorite
top-secret
Silent Hill
military
games to play.
research facility,
I would
was
have to say like
destroyed by one
Silent
of
Hill
these
2
weapons.
and Silent Hill 3
Am
are probably
I
my favorite.
right so far?
Granted, I've only
Yes,
played the
that's correct.
first 4
And the American
originals.
government
So,
denies
but
any
out of the 4
involvement
originals,
in the
2 and
affair.
3 are probably my
Is
favorite.
that
But
right?
so when they said they're gonna remake it,
That's
I was
correct.
hyped,
We were not
and
involved
I
in
was
any
not
way.
disappointed playing that. And so
Then
now when they're
what
saying,
was a
"Hey,
US military
we're gonna
aircraft
start
doing on our
remaking Metal
radar
Gear Solid
screen?
3, we're gonna
It
name
was
it Delta,
clearly
there's gonna
in
be minor changes,
violation of
updates, and all
our
that stuff."
airspace. And yet you say it
Everyone was
not
excited,
acting
but
under
at the same
your
time,
orders.
everyone was like,
That's correct.
I mean,
You expect
are you gonna
me
really
to
try to
believe
run
that this
this
was all to
series or
work?
franchise without the creator?
I
Are y'all
don't
gonna
know what
do
else to
any
tell you.
disservice to it by doing it
The
that
army
way?
insists
Or are you just
that
trying
this
to
is
pull
all
on the
a
money?
ploy.
Because like even when they kicked Kojima out,
I've
they
said
released
it
another
once,
Metal
and
Gear
I'll
game
say it again. Our
that
government
no one.
had nothing to do
I would say I wouldn't say no one. A couple
And
people
I
bought it
would
just
like
because of
dearly
the
to
not the title and name
However, I'm
alone,
afraid
which
my
is Metal
power
Gear
over the
Survive, which
military
was
has weakened since
not a Metal Gear Solid game. I mean,
I will need some
they
kind
pretty
of
much
proof
like when
that
they
this
kicked
was
him out,
not
they
the
took
action of the
everything he
American
worked on. He
government.
worked on his own little like engine for like to build the games, and you know how all this stuff works in the games, stuff like that. They took his engine, they took all of his IPs and all that stuff. They took it all, And
must
so, you
find
know,
some
everyone was
way
kind of
to
like,
prove your
well, this is not the Metal Gear I signed up for,
Prove
because
our innocence.
now it came into like a tower
Yes,
defense
preferably
game. It was just,
something
I haven't played it, and I
Prove to me that
refuse to
this
play
is
it.
not merely another
But
one of your
like I said, so
tricks.
now they're remaking Delta. So
The boss should be close to Colonel
as a
Volk.
Kojima fan and
How
Metal Gear
about a little
fan,
coaction?
am I gonna get it? Yes,
I
I'm
would
gonna
not
get it.
expect too much
I'm
if I
gonna
were
get
you.
it, and
The
I'm playing
political
under
situation
certain
here is
scrutiny
unstable.
because, you know, I love this game, but
And
at the
Colonel
same time, you
Vulcan
know,
is a member of the Brezhnev faction,
I
which
just want to
is
see if they're gonna be able to do it justice, if they're just gonna like,
One
are they gonna
week.
tweak
You
it, or are
have
they gonna just
only
do it one for one?
week, and if it is
The only
not
way for
much
me,
to ask,
like for
do
them to do
something
right by
about
me, is just do
Vulcan
one
as
for
well.
one, because, you know, you don't
What
have
is
the
that
original
supposed to mean?
creator, artist, director on this,
Nothing.
so we'll see how it goes. Like I said, we got like 2 more weeks until this game comes out.
Modest gentleman
Once it
agreed
comes
to
out, we'll be playing it here.
continue
So
the relationship.
hopefully we can finish this game by then. I mean, as much
What if
many
we
cutscenes
can't
as there are, we
prove
might be here
our
until
innocence?
maybe next month. But now we'll be able to finish it. There's a couple days we'll be out here hanging out, playing it. And, you know, we got the cringe couch crew sitting by. They're always gonna be by
Nuclear
here
attack on the
watching.
United States?
I leave the disposal of this situation entirely to your discretion, Mr. President.
Disposal.
So now they're trying to defuse the situation, right? So
It will mean the beginning
since
of a
the
new
Colonel
world
Logan, the main baddie, said he launched that
Put it simply,
little
in order to avoid
nuke,
a
pretty much
full-scale
little small
nuclear
miniature
conflict,
warhead
we have to prove that America was not
at the
involved in that
little
explosion.
research base.
Eliminating the boss ourselves.
He was trying to use the Americans or
Right.
Snake as a scapegoat, and
The
so
higher-ups have
now
decided that you're the only
the
one capable
Russian
of
government
pulling this off.
was calling
You were her
the
last
American
apprentice.
government
Screw this
and
one up,
kind
and we'll both be 6 feet
try and
under.
blame them, which was they were
No
set up,
choice.
so they're trying to like say, tell them, hey, it wasn't us. They don't believe them, so now they're trying to make right
the Russians
by
going to
doing
help
another
us?
mission by sneaking
KGB
in
has
and
promised to
going
lend us one
under
of their
enemy lines and doing the
communications
same
satellites
thing
so you and I
to
can
prove
talk
our
to each
innocence, but by because we told them, hey, we weren't there, even though
They've
they're
also
like,
put us
yeah,
in
you
touch
were
with a
there.
couple
It's
of
like, well,
insiders.
we weren't supposed to be there, right?
Insiders.
So now we're gonna prove our
There was a
innocence by
defection
doing
in
the
September
same
1960.
thing, right? All right. So we're gonna get
Remember
into it. We're gonna get back into it. There's a
You
little
mean
couple
the
more
two
cutscenes.
NSA codebreakers who went over to the Soviet Union.
Precisely.
So now they're going back over our
Since
mission.
then, they've
Our
apparently
new
been
mission.
training with the KGB. Exactly this kind of situation. Their code names are Adam
And I guess
Eve.
now we can go over
We're told that Adam has infiltrated
what I'm going
the
to do
world.
for this. Since I serve body on this channel, anytime I get
You'll need to
spotted,
rendezvous with him when you
I will
get there.
do either 10 squats, 10 push-ups, or 10 sit-ups. Anytime I get spotted, and that's just like alert. We're not doing like caution, like hey, they think I'm there, evasion. It's gonna be more alert and evasion. So if we get an alert, I'll have to subject myself to that torture of at least doing either 10 push-ups, 10 sit-ups, or 10 squats. I did legs yesterday, so my squats are just my whole entire bottom half's on fire, so that's probably gonna be the most difficult. We'll start with that.
It's fast. Estimated airspeed exceeding Mach 3. Bearing south. I'm
So
about
now
to
we
lose
did the
it.
halo jump, so now we're trying to do the first. Pretty much airdrop from this style as well. Because we're trying to get out there without anyone being noticed, and you know when you're trying to do something without being noticed, what's the first thing that's gonna happen? You're gonna make a loud noise. So it's gonna be like, great. Secret agent. So I always think of that. I always think of Tenacious D when they're sneaking up on the roof and he's trying to get into the air vent. That's always the songs that go through my head when I'm playing this one. Guy sneaking through the bushes. Alright, so we're almost done with the cutscenes. Like I said, it was a good couple of minutes, right? Where everyone had enough time to go to the bathroom, enough time to get some breakfast, or not breakfast, some snacks, some popcorn, get some memes, maybe some sleep, some nap. But now we're about to get back into the action.
This is Snake. Do you read me?
Loud and clear. Glad to see you landed safely.
I got blown pretty far off target.
Snake, let's go over your mission objectives one more time.
Alright, so now we're going to review
Rescue
what we're
Soap.
actually supposed to do.
Find out what's happened to the Shagohod, then destroy it. And
So our
finally,
mission
eliminate the boss.
is the same as last, but we gotta destroy the tank,
This mission will be
and we gotta
codenamed
kill our
Operation
Mama
Snake.
Bear.
Because I'll
Right,
be
Big
taking
Mama
on the
Bear
boss and our
taught us
company,
everything we know.
right?
Don't
We have
forget
to
about
eliminate her.
Colonel Volkin.
I'm not a hired killer.
I know, but that was the Kremlin's demand.
Demand? You mean it wasn't just a request? What's it to us if the Khrushchev regime is threatened by the Colonel and his faction?
If supporting the current regime helps us avoid a nuclear exchange, then that's what we'll do.
And what are the CIA's demands?
Our priorities are the rescue of Sokolov and the destruction of the Shagohod.
Roger that, Major Tom.
Hold on, Snake.
What now?
I'm changing my codename. It turns out Tom wasn't the most auspicious choice.
What do you mean?
Well, the truth is, when I chose my codename, I picked the wrong one.
The wrong one?
Did you ever see the movie The Great Escape? It came out last year.
Oh yeah, if you're a big movie buff, this game is definitely for you. There's a character on
it's
here
based on a true story
that tells
about
you
prisoners
a
who
whole bunch of
escaped from
facts
a
about
POW
movies. So
camp in Nazi Germany.
if you're a big movie buff,
Prisoners
this
dig 3
you'll get a
tunnels as
kick
part
out of
of
this
their
game as
plan,
well.
But the Nazis find 2 of the tunnels before they're finished. The prisoners succeed in escaping by using the last remaining tunnel. The names of those 3 tunnels.
If you haven't
were
ever seen The
Dick,
Great Escape,
Harry,
it's actually a
and
pretty
Tom.
good movie.
I get
I've
it.
seen it
You
once
used the
after
name of
watching
the
this,
tunnel that escaped in
or
as your
playing this
code
game.
name because you
There's a
thought
couple
it would bring
movies
you
I've
good
seen
luck.
just because
Yes,
of playing this
that's
game.
exactly
There were
right.
good
At least
suggestions on
that was
here.
the plan.
They even talk about the original
I
Godzilla
got
and
the
stuff
name
like
wrong.
that, and story behind
The
it.
one
So
they escaped
it
in
has
was
a lot of
Harry.
good information.
Tom was one of the unlucky tunnels. It was discovered by the Nazis before it was finished. I watched the movie again just to make sure. In fact, I even ordered the actual film from the movie company.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like the greatest name to use. So what should I call you?
You know, let's just use Zero, like we've been doing all along.
And now we know
Major
why he
Zero
keeps
it
that
is.
moniker
We'll start
for the
over
rest
from
of
square
the
one.
series.
From square 0. My frequency is 140.85. Oh, I almost forgot. Paramedic is with us again on this mission.
Is this her last chance too?
If we fail, she'll have her medical license revoked. It's more or less the same kind of fate. Her frequency is the same as during the Virtuous mission, 145.73. She'll be recording your mission data as well, just like the last time. That frequency is also the
We
same.
weren't paying attention last time. That was pretty much how we were supposed to save.
140.96.
And this,
And
like I
there's
said, if
one
you're
more
going for
person on
like
your
the
support team.
special
His name
achievements
is
and
Mr.
the
Sigurd.
special items, saving's
He's
gonna
an
be
expert
important.
on the latest in weapons and equipment technology.
This game is pretty
Going up
forgiving on the
against some of the world's
continues
most
or like
advanced
your
weaponry when you
checkpoints.
infiltrate
So
the research
saving, unless you're really gonna
If you
like
have
put
any
the game
questions,
down,
just ask
it's
him.
really not that
His
bad.
frequency is 148.
It's not like you're playing like a survival horror game where like if you
Mr.
die,
Sigurd,
you didn't save, you start
got
all
it.
over again. There's
Adam,
a lot
your
of checkpoints throughout
KGB
this game,
contact,
so
is
it's
waiting
not
for
too
you at
bad.
the abandoned factory up ahead.
The same factory Sokolov was being held in last week.
Yes, meet up with Adam first. He's cleared the way
Alright,
for
so
you
they
to
just
rescue
kind of told
Sokolov.
us, hey,
How'll I
you
know
kind of
this
land in
Adam
the same
guy when
area,
I see
go to
him?
the same spot,
You'll
and
know
from
once
there
you
we'll
reach the
progress.
factory. The whole area's been polluted by the fallout from that nuclear blast. No one else would dare come close. The password is, who are the Patriots? And Lali Lule Lo.
Lali Lulelo.
And if you played Metal Gear
Gotcha.
Solid 2, those are callbacks
You've
to
been
Metal Gear
equipped
Solid
with a
2.
45 for this mission. Be careful, it's noisy.
I thought standard Fox procedure was procure on-site weapons acquisition.
The circumstances are different this time. You're now on an official mission for the United States government. It will be necessary to make your presence known to a certain extent, to the Khrushchev regime at the very least. But remember, this is still a sneaking mission. Snake, if you
So
fail
don't
this
alert
mission,
anybody,
in an
don't
all-out
go
nuclear
fisticuffs
war.
with anybody,
Keep
don't
that
go
in mind and
toe-to-toe,
proceed
don't
with
square up
extreme
like we did the last time.
Understood.
You're supposed to be
Commencing Operation
quiet.
Snake Eater.
Alright, and so now we know that the last mission was the Virtuous mission, this mission is the Snake Eater mission, which is the title of the game, FYI. And then, let's see, you got all the same stuff, sonar, motion detector. So usually I use the motion detector. Like I said, the sonar is going to alert people. The scope's pretty good if you want to scope out anything else. Got the same knockout pill, revival pill, sonar. And I believe, like I said, throughout this game we'll get more batteries, so that way we can do it. Now we don't have a stun gun or a trank gun. We have an actual M9, so 45. And so this will actually knock people out. We got a stun grenade. We will be able to find a trank gun later, so we're going to try to be as discreet as possible and not use that. I think eventually, ooh, there's a snake right there. Let's get our food. Oh, I missed. There we go. So we're gonna have to find an actual trank gun. But for the most part now, we're gonna have to sneak past everybody for a little while until we can find everything. There's another snake. Which, actually, let's see, do I have the... I don't think I have the cage. Hold on. Back. Nope. Let's see. Nothing in cage, so let's see. How do we get the cage? Okay, well later we can get a cage and we can grab the animals and throw them at people so we can scare them. So we got the same stuff, backpack, camouflage, all that stuff. So it's nighttime, so let's try to blend in. And like I said, this game was made a long time ago, so some of the stuff is not as acceptable as it was. So we're gonna not do that. We're gonna go to Tiger Stripe, and we're gonna have the woodland camo, and we're gonna get the snake so we can have food for later. We're gonna look around. Okay, we're sneaking around. This time we're gonna be stealth, right? I do not want to do 10 squats, 10 push-ups, or 10 sit-ups, so we're gonna try to do stealth. And we are definitely not doing that by running around and jumping and doing cartwheels or somersaults. Alright, like I said, the sonar is going to be really good. We're on top of this mountain. So we're on top of the cliff. We got a higher vantage point of everyone else. So let's see. There's somebody down there. I think we can do the same trick. Let me see. Let's see what's down there. So, okay, so obviously the only thing that was moving was a snake. So let's keep going. And there's another snake sitting up there. So since it's a snake, let's see. Well, and there's a horse. So there's no one here now, so we can be as loud as we want. So let's get this guy. Always make sure you have food. Alright, so now we get to the next cutscene. Telling everybody, hey, we're supposed to be quiet on the way here, and it's about to get loud. Nothing says quiet like a giant, like, flying jet that crash lands somewhere, right? Any horse girls? There you go. Here's your horse.
Death wasn't ready for you yet.
Boss.
All right, we're gonna get washed for round two. Still getting roasted.
What are you doing here?
Oh, Mama Bear's about to attack. Round two got washed again.
Go home.
See, only a true BA would be able to do that. It's like knock you out, take your gun, and dismantle it all at the same time in a smooth motion.
Go home. Gru and my sons are waiting up ahead. You don't have a prayer of finishing your mission. You're not even armed.
Boss.
I'm not your boss anymore. There's nothing for you here.
How many of us wish we could go toe-to-toe with the boss?
Go home.
Our
Go
boss,
back
not
to
the
your
boss, but our boss at some point in time.
There's no need
See if we
to
can't handle it
prove
like
you're
this way, right?
virtuous here.
I mean, I wouldn't do that, but
This isn't a
you
marathon.
do you. See, we were all quiet guys. We didn't really make too much of noise, and then now, Mama Bear is trying to make a big commotion, big scene. That way everyone can find us. Not only that, like, that's one of the actual, like, special items you get for beating the game with certain conditions is that gun. It's unlimited ammo. It's awesome. But it also has a whole bunch of meaning to it once you finish the game. We can see
The border
ghosts.
is 60 miles south of here. You ought to be able to run that far.
Why'd you defect?
I didn't. I'm loyal to the end, to my purpose. What about you,
Loyal
Jack?
to the end.
What's it going to be? Loyalty to your country or loyalty to me? Your country or your old mentor? The mission or your beliefs? Your duty to your unit or your personal feelings?
That's pretty much the main like story or decision and concept that this is trying to teach us, is what you just talked about right there.
You don't
Are
know
you
the
gonna be
truth
a
yet.
good soldier? Are you gonna
But
do
sooner or
what
later you'll have
someone
to
else tells you
choose.
to do and just follow them blindly? Or are you gonna live by your own morals and
I
your own
don't
beliefs and
expect
do
you
what you
to
think is
believe.
best, right? You know, always be true to yourself. That's
But you can't
pretty much what
defeat
this game
me,
is trying to
Peter.
teach you.
You know me too well. Just look at that bandana. If you can't put the past behind you, you won't survive long.
Pretty much like saying, you know, you can't go over that ex that you had forever ago. You can't ever move on. Oof.
If we meet again, I'll kill you. Now, go home.
This is Snake. Major Zero.
I read you, Snake.
I was ambushed by the boss.
You were what?
The drone's been shot to hell. It's up in flames.
That's not good. Enemy scouts are going to come looking for you.
Yeah, I know. But what was the
That
boss
means we're
doing
gonna be
here in the
swarmed.
first
So,
place? There's
like I
gotta
said,
be a
I
leak
really
somewhere.
don't want to do a couple
That's
squads.
impossible.
So let's try to
The
do
man
our
the
best
boss
and get
is
around
working
these
with
guys
Volgin
without getting
isn't exactly
spotted.
on speaking terms with Khrushchev.
I lost my gun. The boss destroyed it.
Snake, I know how you're feeling. It's hard for me to believe, too, that a legendary hero like the boss would go over to the Russians. That she'd double-cross us like this. But that's how it is, and if you don't accept it, you'll never be able to beat her.
That's not the problem. In terms of sheer technique, I'll never be able to beat her. I know that all too well.
Never say never.
You've got to do it, Snake. She's your enemy and your objective.
Enemy? We were together for 10 years, and now you tell me she's my enemy?
Enough. Hurry to the factory where Adam is waiting. Scouts have probably already been sent out to investigate.
You got a
the
nice
explosion.
photo of us getting
You've
washed.
lost your weapon, right?
I'll get that printed out, put it on the
You've got no
fridge.
chance of winning in a battle situation. Whatever you do, don't let them see you.
Alright, so again, we're naked, we don't have anything. They're gonna be coming for us. Our thing has been shut down, so we need to sneak around. Hold on, let's actually look and figure out what direction we are. So there we go, that's where it came from, so we need to go north. Alright, so as we start going north, there we go. And are we off to a bad start? Are we off to a bad start? Just hang out here. Okay. I don't think they can see me. If we all whisper, we all be very quiet.
Nobody here.
Alright, cool. They didn't see me.
Oh, what's wrong?
Alright, so that's scripted. That's always going to happen. Because they see the planes down. So now we gotta play the waiting game for a little bit. We can, I think we can try to sneak by them. Let's keep an eye on them real quick. Make sure they go the opposite way from us. It's time to get locked in. Get locked in. They're over there. Come over here. 75% camo. Okay, so we're good. They are looking the complete opposite way. So yes, let's sneak by. Let's sneak by. Let's keep crawling. Alright, we can get past these guys, and I think there's someone else coming up on me. Alright. Cleared the first obstacle. Get used to watching stuff from the ground. It always, snakes always creep me out, man. You see them out of nowhere, and I got bit. So now we gotta use antidote and serum. So we're off to a good start. Off to a good start. Let's see. Someone else saw me. Let's go this way. Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright. So we're off to a good start, right? Someone saw me already. So now I'm gonna make good on my promise. Yeah, I'll do 10 squats right now, and then we'll try to run away. Anton. Off to a great start, right? Yeah. Master of Stealth, Ninja, never see me. So, that being said, let's go. I think there is items in here. They've already seen me, so there is not an item there. Okay, so let's just get out of here. Let's try to run away. And then we'll get into a nice hiding spot. Go to the next area. So if we go to the next area, yes, so we'll still be in alert status, but they will despawn and we'll go to a different spot. New enemies, new locations, we can get a rare spot to hide out. See, and it goes by faster. So that's one of the tricks in here, just because like it is an older game, it's got a load in each area. So the enemies from the last area can't really follow you into the next area. So we're gonna hide out here. We're gonna try to use that same trick we did earlier, was use the hornet's nest to knock out any enemies. The same thing, there was a gun over there. I think there's going to be like a directional mic or something over there, and this guy's about to come up on us. So
Who's that? Who's that?
oh my god. Yeah. Off to a good start. Alright. Let me knock this guy out. Secret agent. So still. Oh, it's a great start. Alright, well let's get out of this. Let's do this trick again. Respawn. And we'll go ahead and do that. Heal up, and I will do 10 push-ups. And I am getting lit up. So let's do that. Let's go here. Go to the offset here. And hopefully we can find a spot to hide out while I do 10 push-ups. Alright, we can hide out here. Let's just let it go. Like I said, we're still getting our feet wet. Woo! Alright. Lightweight. Alright, so now we can back out and hide here because there's someone coming over here. We're in a bad spot, so let's go ahead and get the bullet out. And that's a Operation reference. Let's crawl away. Alright, so get away from that guy, go to the next area. We should be able to actually do this how it's intended. Alright, now we definitely put the motion detector back on. Watch those guys. Watch them like a hawk. Alright. None the wiser. Alright, there's something over there. looks like they're gone. Alright. Let's make sure I'm going the right way. Oh, nope, I went in a circle. So, we're running away from those guys. This way, and we're about to run up on another guy. Good thing is the timer's almost gone, so hopefully we don't screw this up again. Alright, you're gone. And you know what's not fun about having a little tension, right? Someone saw me somewhere. Alright, so those guys came back, so let's get out of the way. And I got snake again. Here.
Paramedic.
Snake, it's so good to hear from you again.
Same here. It's been a week, hasn't it?
4 days, actually.
Huh?
I visited you in the hospital. You were still unconscious, though.
Oh, there's a little bit of lore in here calling people.
Yeah.
It's not gonna
but you
stop
were all
any of
wrapped
the
up in
timer or
bandages
anything
and
like that, or
tubes,
let
so
the
I
timer go.
couldn't
It's
do
gonna
anything.
actually stop it, but
Better
seeing if
luck
she would
next
give me
time.
any information on the snake bite.
Let's hope so. But seriously, don't forget that you were like
You can
that
feel
until
the
just
tension.
yesterday. In fact, you really shouldn't even be on this mission. Keep an eye on your stamina gauge. If you start to run low, don't push yourself. Eat something to replenish your stamina. And try not to get yourself hurt. If
Alright,
you're
so I think from
wounded
here
or
on
get
out,
bitten
we're
by a
gonna
venomous animal,
definitely keep
go
that
into
knife
the
active. If
survival
we see
view
a snake, we're gonna
immediately
eat the
and treat
snake.
yourself using Cure.
Yeah. I can see you still know how to nag.
You're welcome. And I can see you still don't know when to keep your mouth shut.
Maybe
Burn.
so. By the way, I heard you're going to lose your medical license if this mission fails.
Yes, there was talk of that, but the mission won't fail, will it?
Of course not.
Good. I believe in you. But you know what? I really don't care about my medical license.
Didn't they use that to force you to participate in this operation?
No, I volunteered.
Why?
So that I could watch
Now
over
we're hearing the
you.
stakes of her part in the mission, and now we know
Snake,
she wants to
you're
keep
the
an eye on
best
Snake because
agent
she
I've ever seen.
sweet on him.
But you push yourself too hard. You're reckless. Someone has to stop you from getting into trouble, to make sure you and the boss don't kill each other. So that's why I volunteered. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better guardian angel than me, right?
Thanks.
Stop right there. You can thank me when you get back.
All right.
All right, let's cure this poison. All right, it's the only thing that sucks about crawling in the grass, man. You really can't see anything, so you kind of have to rely on your motion sensor. Make sure we're going the right way, which we're not, so we're going this way. Yeah. Yes, we're going the right way this way. As long as we don't get bit by a snake again. Alright, so we are no longer in a word. We're in the clear, so now we gotta play it safe. I've already done enough sit-ups, not sit-ups, squats and push-ups. And next will be sit-ups to make the gambit. And we're not even part way through the first part of this mission. Alright, so made it, we're clear. We're gonna go to the next area, do it how it's intended, and we can move on. And hopefully this time we don't drop off a cliff. That's the last thing we want to do is drop off a cliff. Alright, so as we can see, there's one guy all the way over there. Across the way, there's some fruit. There's a guy here. There's a hornet's nest. We got a stun grenade. I think if we can sneak up on him, we might be able to knock him out. It's worth a try. Oh, there's a frog. Oh my god, this. Oh, we can't let him fall. Oh, yeah, there we go. First one. First one. First one. First one. Well, I mean, this is no longer a no-kill run, so we're just gonna keep playing how it is. We're gonna keep our, do our best to keep it limited. Ow. Alright, fair enough, fair enough. Catch his hands, catch his hands, catch his hands. Alright, he's out, so let's do this. We're gonna get across. We get across, there's no one here. We're gonna go under the thing, and then I will go ahead and do the sit-ups now. Seeing as we're off to a good start, I mean, we're making progress, don't get me wrong. It's just, we're not as ninjing as much as we should be ninjing. But yeah, it's growing pains, growing pains. We'll get there, we'll get there. Once we get the tranquilizer gun, it'll all be fine. Like I said, that's probably one of the worst spots, like, to try to get someone hung up on. Is definitely that, the bridge, because it's so easy to fall off and knock them off. You know, like, the first time I tried to do the no-kill, you know, the only knockout run, I probably dropped people off that bridge like 4 or 5 times in one go, and I was just like frustrated. I had to restart the run, restart the run, restart the run. But like I said, yeah, we're getting spotted, but we're still making progress. We're having fun. You know, we're doing a super fun speedrun, right? We're just having fun, just playing. Not care about how fast we're doing it. It's just about the fun, right? So let me get in this grass. We're back to where we were, so we're about to get to a good part. So it's gonna be a good spot to actually do the sit-ups that I owe you guys. Alright, that was supposed to be on a rest day, but we're still getting it. So, even though it's a rest day. Alright. Alright, so, like I said, we're almost at the next cutscene, so. Looks like, I think at this part no one is actually here. I think that's right. Something over there. Let's see. Now I'm trying to be extra cautious. Now this bottles scared me. Stuff over here. Because I think this part no one is here. But I don't particularly remember. It says there's motion over here, but that's probably like a snake or something like that. Yes, that's a snake, so let's not get bit again. Got him. Alright. This time we got him before he got us. There it is. Alright, we are getting hungies, so we gotta make sure we eat. Like I said, if we eat enough of these snakes, we'll get a nice little cutscene. So there we go. See? So if you eat enough of these animals, you get a little cutscene for it. And see how you would actually have to do this in the wild. I do not think I would be able to do this. I would have to put it on an open flame. But this dude eats it raw. I'm like, how manly do you have to be to eat a whole snake raw? Just all bloods and guts and stuff like that. Just pure raw meat, man. I mean, I like my steak medium rare. Maybe a little bit, like, rarer, but I'm not eating a snake blue. That's crazy. And he also said it was delicious. So we're getting a little flavor profile off of it, too. Like I said, I don't think there's anyone here, to be fair. So yes, there's no one here. And there's a little frog over there. Let's that little frog. I don't think I can get that frog. Okay, so let's go get this. Let's go get an actual item to use, and then we'll get that frog. There we go. That's how we do that. Oh, okay. All right, now we got the most iconic item in the game, freaking cardboard box. So, you know, we can't pass this moment up, right? We have to do it. Cardboard box. And let's get rid of some stuff that we're not going to use, like that. That. Okay, can't get rid of that. So, now we can do what snakes know for. Being in a box. Snake in a box. Step 1, open the box. Step 2, put snake in the box. Step 3, snakes in the box. Alright, so we come in here, can't find nothing, so now we gotta go back out. Now we initiate the cutscene.
Sorry I'm late.
Cut the engine. They'll hear us.
Are you the agent they sent?
Are you Adam? I thought you were supposed to be a man.
Adam couldn't make it.
That's sussy, if you ask me.
Password. Who are the Patriots? Who are the Patriots? Answer me.
I don't know. I'm sussed out. She's definitely being suspect.
Get down!
Whole lot of cheesy action. I remember this was time around Matrix. There was a lot of slow motion, a whole bunch of stuff like that. Made it look cool. Bullet time. Bullet time, very nice.
Is your answer.
Can I remind you guys again, this game was made a long time ago. As much as I want to, I'm not going to press the button.
The name's Eva.
This is a family channel. If you want to see what actually happens, you're going to have to play it by yourself. And remember, smoking's bad, don't do it.
This wasn't part of the plan. What happened to Adam?
What's your code name?
It's Snake.
Snake, huh? Well, I'm Eva. Are you here to tempt me?
What happened to Adam?
Colonel Volgin is a very suspicious man. He decided Adam wasn't the right person for this mission.
And you were?
Yes.
Why?
Because I can do things he can't.
I heard you used to be a code
If you know what she
breaker for
means.
the NSA.
So, yeah, we're getting into the kind of like the roots of this now. So now we know we're here. We're still trying to get Ocelot. We met up with our informant. And from here, now we're actually going to get into the meat and potatoes of the game. And we're going to start getting into actual traversal, boss fights, stuff like that. So from here, it's just this is just a jumping off point. So I think we made pretty good progress so far. Like I said, majority of this game is like cutscenes, and the other half is like, I mean, it's probably like 60-40 cutscenes and gameplay. So we're, like I said, we're making good progress. It's like I said, we're getting pretty good ways into it. Like I said, we're gonna try to finish this before Delta comes out, and then it should just be like rinse and repeat when we do Delta, just with better graphics, better gameplay, hopefully.
Do you like it?
The feeding ramp is polished to a mirror sheen.
Look, we got a new
Slide's
gun.
been reinforced, and the interlock with the frame is tightened for added precision. The sight system is original too. The thumb safety is extended to make it easier on the finger. A long type trigger.
So some of us weeb out about comic books, anime, waifus and stuff like that, and Snake weebs out about guns. So everyone has their thing. So let them have it.
This gun has been expertly crafted.
Whatever you weeb out for is it's up to you. Everyone has something they weeb out to. So just enjoy yourself. Weeb out to whatever you want.
Where'd you get something like this?
I grabbed it from a Western munitions armory. It probably used to belong to one of your officers, and there are more where that came from. You had this with you, didn't you? Better take this too.
All right.
What's
So
that?
now we actually have
disguise to
a
make it
tranquilizer
look like
rounds and an actual 45.
Yes.
So now we can actually
You're here to rescue
play this
Sokolov,
game
right?
how it's intended,
Sokolov's still
knock some
safe.
people out, crawl around.
Yes, he's
Don't have to
being
worry about
forced to
knocking people off the
continue his work on
bridge.
the shadow.
There is one other part in this game there.
At the
You
lab,
do have
they've
to
got a whole
sneak
army of
around,
scientists
and
there
you
to
have
help
no
you with
tranquilizer
weapons.
gun, so
Security is tight.
then you just
You
gotta make
guys
the decision to,
yourself as a
is it
scientist.
me
You
or
might
them,
be
right? So when we get there, it's way later on in this game, but we'll see how far we can make it. That I might have to be doing a lot of squats and stuff like that.
We'll see
Well, at least we only had
Tell me how
one
to
mistake
get to the
where I
lab.
let go
The
on
safest
the
way in is from
on the
the
cliff, and then that was all operator error. So far we're doing good. We haven't
First, you'll
we
need to
haven't
head
died
out into the
yet
jungle.
by
You'll come to a
gameplay
heliport used for shipping
from
materials.
enemy fire.
Pass the heliport and
Okay,
continue
so now we're getting our
northward
directions
through
for the
a
next part of the
large
mission.
crevice. Descend into that area and you'll reach a cave. Move through the cave and you will arrive at a mangrove swamp. After the swamp, there'll be a warehouse. Make your way through the warehouse and you'll come out just south of the lab.
Got it.
And just what are you doing there?
In close range combat, a knife can sometimes be more useful than a gun. By doing this, I'll be able to hold a knife at the same time and still keep the gun steady. That
That's
way,
when they were
I
doing
can
all their
instantly
research
switch
for
between
it,
a gun
and,
battle and a knife fight.
I believe maybe after this era, then PS3 era, PS4 era, that's usually when you see the knife gun combo.
Right. Let's get going.
And here was
Wait a
first
minute.
kind of
What now?
defined in the actual
don't you
video
take a little
game.
rest?
I don't think I've ever seen it
I'll
before
be
that.
fine.
I don't really think I've seen it in movies until after playing this.
You'll never make it in your condition.
Now it's time for Mimi's.
It's a jungle out there. There's still an hour before dawn. It's dangerous to be out in the jungle at night without a guide.
What about you?
I have to get back. I can't be gone for too long. They'll start to suspect something. Don't worry. I'll keep you updated over the radio.
That's it.
My orders are to provide you with information.
Sorry, I'm just
Nothing
thinking
more.
about how silly he's gonna look in that the scientist uniform. When he puts it on,
Disappointed?
we're all gonna laugh about how silly he looks.
I'll do something special for you.
So much tension.
I'll stand watch until dawn. Now be a good boy.
Oh,
and
she
lie
said until
down.
dawn. It's another game. Actually, I watched the movie, and I mean,
What's the
I don't want
matter?
to say it was the greatest, but I also want to say it was
I don't
the
know you
worst.
well enough to trust
Somewhere in
you.
the middle. I mean, I could watch it again, but
How well
is
do
it
you
kind of
want
like the
to know
game?
me
I
to
don't know.
trust
I never
me?
played the game, but watching the movie made me want to actually play it and see what the comparison was. But if it's anything like any other video game movie, like watching any of the Resident Evil movies
Gonna get that?
compared to the video games, it's just it's night and day. You're never going to compare it to the actual video games and the movies. They never did it any justice.
She's
I think
right, Philly.
Welcome to
You
Raccoon
should get
City
some
did a
sleep.
real good job trying,
Although in
but
your
it was
condition,
still
you really ought to be back in the
nowhere near
ICU.
where it should be for the fans
Whenever you
and for
save
the
the game and quit,
moviegoers.
you'll go to sleep. Sleeping allows you to gain back stamina naturally. Depending on how long you sleep, you may also recover naturally from sickness and injury.
Okay, so they're telling you another
When you're
thing. It's like this
tired or
game
hurt,
actually
the
uses
best
real-time
thing to do
clock.
is to
So
get
if
some
you
sleep.
actually save
So
your
do yourself
game
a favor
and
and
don't
take a
play
nap.
it until the
Doctor's
next
orders,
morning, or
okay?
you go out and do something,
Yeah.
you'll recover your HP without eating food or having to chill out. And if you have like an injury or something like that that's minor, if you log back into the game after a couple hours or so, that injury might be healed. So, you know, we're going to be playing this for a little while longer, and then we're going to pick it up for the next stream. So if hopefully we don't get beat down and washed again. If we do, then good thing would be that usually most of the stuff will go away. The only bad thing is same thing with that real-time clock is that the food that you have. So if you don't play this game for a really long time, every food that you got, snakes, MREs, rations, ramen, because there is ramen in there. If you the stuff that could spoil will spoil on you if you don't play this game often. So if you put it down for like 3 or 4 months, all your food's gonna be spoiled. So, you know, that's just something else to keep in mind if you want to play this one. Like I said, this game was made a while. We're gonna try to be respectful. We're gonna look respectfully, and then now we're gonna be in a bind. I think this is actually the first boss fight, I believe.
We're surrounded. I see 4 of them.
Yes, this is the first boss fight. So here it comes. Again, we have the option. We can do it the easy way, which is knock everybody. Sorry.
Let's get out of here.
Use lethal force, or do it the difficult way, which is knocking everybody out with the Trink gun.
Here,
so
give me a hand.
we've already ruined the no lethal force run, but we're still gonna try to do our best without using lethal force if we don't have to. So we're gonna do it the hard way. Needless to say, we're gonna be doing the hard way.
We can use this to get to the basement.
That being said, it is more time consuming this way because I mean, you can run a gun and knock these guys out in probably like 2 minutes, maybe.
Okay, I'll keep them busy. Huh?
Ooh, smooches. Alright, so that being said, let's see. Oh yeah, alright, so let's just do it. So there's an enemy counter right there, right? So, alright, let's first make sure that we can't be seen. Squares. Alright, and then let's make sure our backpack, we're equipped with what we have. Mark 22, smoke grenade. Cool. So, got all that stuff. So now we can go about not using lethal force. So let's do that. And use this. And use the motion detector. Try and knock out some people. They're all going to be coming through. So, like I said, this is going to be more time consuming. But we can probably knock them all out. Since they're in high alert already.
Just my imagination.
Let's see if we can't knock them out. The hard part is, like, if you knock all these guys out and one of them's awake, they keep trying to wake each other up. So now you got to make sure you keep shooting them so that way they don't wake each other up.
I see.
And we.
Split up.
Oh. That's not good. That's not good. That's not good. Ow. Oop, he dropped the next thing. And and that's our first actual death. Alright, well, we alerted everyone, so now I gotta do squads. But now you get to see the iconic snake's death, like, scream, alright? That's what I'm saying. Like, this is gonna be the most difficult route, is just trying to, like, knock everyone out. Even though, you know, as you can tell, the actual enemy was trying to, he actually did damage to all of his friends and knocked them out. So he said, we're gonna do it again.
Where did that come from?
Go in here. Okay, get her backpack. I will do said squats, and we're gonna have to, like I said, we're gonna have to let it hang out for a second so I can actually do these. Count them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, that's it. All right, let's see if we can't do this. Let's do it. I'm motivated. I'm locked in. I'm locked in. Let's go. Let's go. Or let's hit it with the best. Let's go. Okay, make sure I have the right gun. So let's do this time. See if I can't get the guy in the very back and get him in the head. Okay, they did a different approach this time. So, as long as those guys stay in here, those guys don't come in here. Got him in the head. I think I got him in the head.
Just my imagination.
Just my imagination. So now I hit everybody but that guy.
What?
Shoot him in the...
What's wrong? Where could you?
Alright. So now we got everybody. Okay, so now we're down to 4.
Nothing here.
I think I could put him in the locker. I don't think I could put everybody in the locker though. Alright, that might be the ultimate boss, the locker. Let's try to put them all in a corner. That way if someone comes... Oh, I forgot I have the box. Sonar. And that was not good, and luckily that didn't do anything. White phosphorus grenade. Suture kit. There we go. Now we can go under here. I think as long as they're there, the other guys are going to be more around the perimeter, and so we can knock those guys out one by one. I think there's like 2 guys over here. Yes.
Where did that come from?
Yeah, I got him. Maybe not in the best spot, but I got him. See if there's another guy coming over there. It looks like there is another guy there somewhere. Nope, he's coming from the outside. Let's see, I can see him on the map. Okay, so he's taking the long route. Let's see if we can't catch him taking the long route. Nope. Okay, so he's not... It says there's someone here. Alright, so let's just go this way. Alright, there's another guy right there. Got him in the foot. Alright, so that is about 6 of them down if I can get that guy, and then now we just gotta find the rest of them. So like I said, this probably is a more difficult way to do it, but by doing it this way and we hide under the ground, yes, it's anticlimactic as it is. No, we can still get by with knocking everybody out by doing stealth. So he's out. So we got 2 more guys. 2 more guys hiding away somewhere. And if we can do it before the other ones wake up, we get past this area, and we're good. Like I said, I hear somebody, I just don't know where they're at. And hopefully I don't get bit by a snake again. So there's one guy over here. Okay, so he's above me. The floor above. So let's see if there's someone to the left-hand side. There has to be someone here, I believe. Now we're all running willy-nilly. Smoke grenade. Let's choose the box. Let's go. I'm really locked in. I'm really trying to find this guy. If you guys see him, let me know. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Alright, I found him. Found him. Alright, so let's get this guy over here.
I see him.
Oh my god, alright. Oh my god. Stop using automatic. Got this guy. Ow. Alright, we got him. Alright, so now we just got him. And yes, I will do 10 push-ups for that. But we are almost there. And that was a little fun, right? Hey, getting hidden in a box. Alright, let's heal ourselves. Gunshot wound. Gotta cut the bullet out. Gotta disinfect it. Let's see. No bandage. Should I believe it? Extracted. Oh, we needed the sticker too. And like you will even see him do like a cutscene for cutting the bullet out. So, all right. Like I said, we got one guy left, so he's somewhere here. So. I can hear him, I just don't see him. Okay, he's right there. I still don't see him. He's a ghost. He sees me, but I don't see him, so... I have no idea where this guy's at. Wait, let's get that. Yeah. Where is this guy? Alright, where is he? He was shot in the same spot. So where is this guy? Alright, like I said, I can't see him, so we're just gonna try our best. I have no idea where he's at. I'm blind. Okay, some movement over here. Okay, so now we got him. Now we can figure him out. And more him out, more him out. Alright, he's here somewhere. Oh, okay, I know where he's at. I think I know where he's at. I thought I knew where he's at. Jesus, he's making this difficult. Ooh, item. Mine detector. What the heck? Oh! Oh! I'm a donkey brain. I know where he's at. Yeah, it's like I said, it's been a minute since I played this. My donkey brain. He's right here. That shit knocked him out for sure. He's either knocked out or he is definitely unconscious. So while this cutscene's gonna go, I owe you guys at least a set of push-ups, a set of sit-ups, and a set of squats. So I'm gonna do them all in one set, and y'all can enjoy the rematch.
One, 2, 3.
That's it.
5, 6.
That's the stance.
8.
I don't think so. What? A female spy? This bitch is wearing perfume. Stay where you are. I've had enough of your judo.
I see you've got yourself a single-action army.
That's right. There'll be no accidents this time.
You call that an accident? Well, it wouldn't have happened if you hadn't been showing off.
What did you say?
It's a nice gun, I'll give you that. But the engraving gives you no tactical advantage whatsoever. Unless you were planning to auction it off as a collector's item. And you're forgetting one more very basic thing.
So now, he's roasting him for being a pretty boy, right?
You don't have what it takes to
Just because it looks pretty doesn't mean you can actually use it. So like I said, we're seeing some character development on Ocelot. So at first he's using like a regular automatic pistol. And then now he's using a 6-shot revolver because this, or 8-shot, because Snake told him that, you know, the way he holds a gun is better for a revolver, so he is now heeding his advice, so that makes him kind of like frenemies, I would say. I have several frenemies, so I know what frenemy is, so he said a frenemy.
6 shots. That thing only carries 6 shots.
Okay, yeah, 6 shots,
the
sorry.
Makarov carries 8. You have to get a feel for how many you have left. This is a high-class weapon.
Like I said, we're not doing too bad. We're running through it pretty quick. We're making progress. Story's going. Game is moving. We just, you know, we're running around like an elephant or a bull in a antique shop or something like that. But you know, we're still making progress. It's all good. We're having fun. Super fun speed run.
Don't.
Why?
He's still young.
Super fun speed run where the first priority
You'll
is fun.
regret stopping me. Damn it! I've got to get back before he does.
Alright, so we knocked everybody out. Everyone should be completely knocked out, so it's your chance to free roam. Like I said, I don't know if that guy was tranquilized or or not. But as far as I know, we got through the mission and he was okay. That fall was okay. I've fallen from above the roof before. It's fine. It's fine. As you can see, everyone's gone. Like I say, if you're trying to get past everybody really fast. Oh, okay, so we got another camera. You can also just push these barrels, and they'll give you a distraction or knock a bunch of people out or blow up. So if you're trying to go the lethal route, you can do that. But let's check out that camo we got. This is one of my favorites. Face. Got the Rob Zombie camo. So there you go. It's a viewer. So here we go. Let's see if I can't do at least one of the Easter eggs. So if we do this, let's see if we can't make them. I think you can. See how long it takes. So he does little cool poses. Keep doing all this stuff for a really long time. Let's see. Like I said, this might just be silly, but let's see if they kept that in here. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. Maybe it's after he eats something. we'll try again maybe later after you eat something. Let's keep going. I'm more excited to get on to the next part of this game because now we're actually getting into more story, more progression. Like I said, that was the first like boss fight, but we haven't seen like what an actual Metal Gear Solid boss fight actually consists of yet. And then this is where we get the alligator head. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, this part's gonna be kind of wild. You gotta watch out for the wildlife here. There's snakes. So, like I said, you always have to have food. But this is where, like, if you have that special item, the Patriot. Oh, there's a little froggy. That frog's gonna be important. So, let's, oh my god. Alright. So, what we're gonna do. Oh, yeah. Okay, this is how we do it. There we go. Don't worry, he is sleeping. So, catching those dart frogs, yes, you have to be careful of the alligators or crocodiles because they will get you. Those little dart frogs are going to be important for another boss fight later. There's like a little secret to having them. You can do the boss fight without them, but it makes them a whole lot easier because the boss that you're going to go up against can recover his stamina. Makes them a pain in the ass, especially if you're trying to do non-lethal. If you're trying to do lethal, it'd be no big deal, but if you're trying to do non-lethal, it is definitely a pain because, okay, so we need you up there. Because he can restore stamina pretty quickly, pretty easily, and now you're just kind of in a bind, and you're just chasing your own tail. Okay, that's too high. And there is an alligator right there. Crocodile, sorry. Like I said, the only way you can... I mean, you can try putting him to sleep. It takes a little while. But your best bet is if you have... Oh, okay, yeah. Not only that, you're in the water, you get leeches. Yeah, they try to make this real realistic, right? Okay, and then there's another obstacle right here.
Snake, are you there?
Eva,
Did you miss me?
did you make it without any trouble?
No one saw me.
So you're back with Vulcan.
In a matter of speaking.
What about the boss?
Alright, we
she's here
finished
too.
the player's power
Better be
punch.
careful.
Thanks,
Not
I
a
will.
sponsor.
The boss and I get along pretty well, though.
Mostly got to
I
the
guess
bottom
we
that was
traders have a
all
lot in
chunky
common.
Why
powder,
would
so
anyone want to defect?
Had a
Betraying
nice
your
kick to
country
it.
like that, I just don't get it.
Are you talking about the boss?
Why do you do it? Weren't you born and raised in America?
Yes, in a small rural town. I never even knew there were other countries, other cultures, other ways of thinking, until I went to work for the NSA. And one day, I'd found I'd lost faith in the things I'd been taking for granted.
What did you see? What was it that made you want to change sides?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
Try me.
I saw the universe.
The universe?
Like I said, we're trying to learn more about
Not
our
the
new
actual
partner, Eva,
universe. The
which
universe
is not
as
her
the
real name, it's a
intelligence
code name,
community
so
sees it.
that's all we know about her is
I
her code name.
realized that the gravity in
But,
this
you know,
universe was holding
Snake
me
thinks
back.
she's pretty,
That's all. People
she's
and
a
countries are
pretty good
both
looker,
changed
or
by
a
their
good looker, so
environment and
he's already
by the
fallen for her. He's
times.
swooned. He's
That sounds
smitten.
like what the boss was saying.
There's a world of difference between this country and
But, you know,
America.
what they say about
But it's only a difference of
not
position,
trusting people,
a
right?
difference
You know.
of perspective.
DTA, especially if you're a
Coming here
spy.
made me realize something. Half of what I'd been told was a complete and utter lie. The other half was a conveniently constructed lie.
Where's the truth then?
It's hidden in the lies.
I was going to say somewhere in the
Are
middle.
you lying too?
Who knows? I've been trained to make even the most severe falsehood sound like the honest truth. Weren't you?
So technically, like, if you watch Marvel, she's kind of like the Black Widow, right?
Believe because
Like,
I have to.
she's been trained to
Even
be a
if it is
spy
a
her whole
lie.
life, and you don't know her
That's
real
part of my
backstory.
mission.
She can't really share
I'll
this,
have to remember
that
that.
part of herself
If
with
you need
everybody.
me, give me a
so.
call on the radio. My frequency is 142.52. See ya.
All right. And so we got to remember some of these actual frequencies, so that way we can save them
That
for later.
area is known as Chorny Prud. The name means something
There
like
will be
the
another
Black
frequency
Shore
that
in
we don't
Russian.
have saved that we're going to
It
need for
got its
later,
name
so
from the
I might
deep
have
swamp
asked
that
you guys
covers
to help
the
me out
area.
remember it. I might write
crocodiles
down,
in
I might
that
have a
swamp
book
are
and paper with that,
extremely
just because
vicious. Apparently, they've already
my
chewed
memory
up
is
a
not as
bunch
good
of
as it used to
soldiers
be,
out
even
on
though it's gonna be
patrol.
something that pops
Now
up like
no one even
right
dares to go
before
near
you
the
need to
swamp.
use it. I'm just gonna, like I said, I
They
might
said that
just
most of the
write
soldiers
down
who
just
were
be
killed
careful.
were attacked from.
Oh, my bad.
Eva.
Oh, sorry. Getting too excited. Alright, let's go. Let's keep continue. I want to get this alligator helmet. And, so these are all set traps. So if you do the wrong thing, if you hit these traps, you will get a log full of spikes in your face. So you definitely don't want to do that. And so now I am backing up. Going in circles. I think you can shoot them. Hold on. I think you can shoot them with the gun. Hold on. Let's try. And hopefully this doesn't screw our eyes up. Yeah. Alright, so yeah. So you can disarm them. But if you didn't, you get that straight to the face. And we are getting hungry again, so time to eat something else. And there's like certain foods that are special, like there's gonna be glow caps that charge your batteries and stuff like that, so you kind of want to use like the lowest quality food first, so that way, you know, you save your big items for later. Like I said, I want to get that alligator cap, so let me remember how to get it. And make sure I do not get mauled by these alligators. There we go. Yeah. We gotta swim through there. But let's get this camera first. And we got hit by leeches. And I forgot about the leeches. Alright, so yes, so this is how we get here. And yes, you do have oxygen that you gotta watch out for. And this is how I actually learned how to get leeches off. Like, I've never had leeches on myself in my life, but this game taught me, if I ever had the condition, how to do it. Because, like I said, these leeches will drain your stamina faster. You're going to have to eat. That's probably why I had to eat so fast. And you can see blood-sucking leeches, removes them with the cigar. So now we got to use a cigar. And now we get the nice little cutscene of how to get the leeches off. So FYI, if you ever have leeches on you, they do not like fire. There you go. And now you know, and no one's half the battle. Leeches. Alright, so now we don't have to worry about food as much. But, like I said, I really want that alligator cap, which is going to be fun. Because we have to do a lot of drops. So, we gotta do tightrope. Tightrope. Oh my god, no. Now we gotta go. Oh, and there's a crocodile there. We gotta be very, very precise. And I remember this part made me kind of mad. And I got hit by a leech again. But, like I said, this cap is worth it. It's worth it. I love this cap. It's hilarious. It's gonna be for the memes. I hope they bring it back. I hope they bring it back. I will be so upset if it doesn't come back. There we go. So now we're getting supplies. Good thing is we're getting supplies. And those leeches aren't that hard to get off. So. Alright. So, getting the skills back. Look how fast it took to heal. Alright, let's do this again. Let's do this again. Locked in, locked in. Alright, climb. I think I can... There we go. Let's just do this. It's gonna be easier. Now, here comes the money. Here comes the money. Make sure we're above. Alright, there we go. We got it. We got it. We got it. Almost there. Almost there. That cap will be mine. little bit more. We're here. Yeah! Alright, guys. This is the best part. I think it's an actual item, to be honest. Let me see. Yes, crocodile cap. Alright, guys. What do you think? Yay? Nay? Look at this. Is it believable? Do you believe it? Is it a crocodile? Do you believe it? Whenever I'm just trying to have fun, I'll run around with this cap on just to run around and just to have a good time. It does have a purpose. It does help you out in later in the game. If you are hiding in like low water like this, the enemies do think you're a crocodile. It does help you out, but like I said, it's just ridiculous. I love having it. It's one of the better items. And like I said, we get to make sure we do not have a leech on us. And I might just keep this on just for the laughs. Alright. Alright, let's see. Okay, we gotta get through this fence area. Let's eat some food since we had those leeches. Alright, let's make sure camouflage is good. Since our camouflage is good, we're gonna keep this on. And then I think there are, yes, right there. So that being said, it's an electrified fence. You can get around them, but you could also just do this. And now they're no longer electrified. Like I said, as much as I like having this on, this part does have enemies. So having the sonar, or not sonar, the motion detector will be helpful. Or I can just use my eyes. I think there's a guy over there on that side. And yes, there are mines here, so let's fix this setup and use the mine detector. And beeps. And so, like in this game, you can like crawl over them to pick them up. And I thought you could do the same thing in Metal Gear Solid 5, and you can't. So first couple times, I just like exploded, and I was like, dude. I was like, everything you taught me was a lie. All right. Alright. Like I said, I think there's a guy around here somewhere, so let's just try to be careful. If you decide you want to run all willy-nilly, you will have a explode, and you will have a bad time. Okay, let's see. Is there another guy over here? It's been a while. Okay, so there's this over here somewhere. Okay, it's by the tree. Alright, so we can do this. Alright. Let's see, like I said, I think there's someone here. Something moving there. Oop, that's wrong. That's the wrong way. That's the wrong way. Oh, we made it. Alright, so we're gonna go to the next area. Hopefully there's no one there. There's a dog there. I forgot there's dogs here. But you can also do the same thing. Is put him to sleep. He's a good boy. Good night, boy. Alright, see, we're getting better at stealthing. We're getting better at stealthing. Secret agent, man. Alright. Going to the next spot. Yes, there's more fence. So, good thing is, like, as long as we crawl around this area, we shouldn't have any issues. We should be fine. Like, electric fence does suck, but there's ways around it, so. And we're getting better at shooting. See, there's the guards now. So now we gotta make sure that we are super stealthy, because I'm starting to get wore out. Okay. Alright, so I hear something, somebody. Okay, somebody's around somewhere. I feel like somebody's watching me. Okay, so there's a guy way back there. Let's try to snipe him. This far away. Alright, we got him. And then there's this guy right here. Wait for that guy to pass out. We're starting to get smarter. Use our big brain. Big brain. Brain finally got wrinkles. No longer smooth brain. That guy's knocked out. That guy's knocked out. Now we can do the run jump. Wow, yeah. Oh, okay. That didn't work. Alright. Now we can do the run jump. Yeah! Okay. So now that guy's knocked out. Guy's knocked out. I think there's some more dogs. Hopefully no one else wakes up. Like I said, now it's all starting to come back to me. That's what I said earlier when we got caught. Oh, and there's that frog. There's that frog again. Like I said, we missed a couple frogs. They don't stack, but it's still fun to shoot them. Because they make that sound. Makes me happy. Okay, hopefully there's no one else here. Because we're actually doing pretty good. We're cruising, we're grooving, we're doing the super fun speed run. We're speed running with fun. Hopefully there's no dog around here. And I am making good progress. Alright. It's okay to run sometimes. Just like us, we run from our fears and our problems. It's okay to run. Okay, so now we're getting back to the next area. This part, let's see how we're doing on time. Alright, let's see how far we can make it on this part. This part's gonna be a little bit more stressful. We gotta get inside. My anxiety is gonna go up. Well, let's see. Let's see. I think I can do it. I mean, I don't think I can do it. I know I can do it, but let's see if I can make this more difficult or easy. If I can knock these guys out. I'm a snake. I'm a snake. I'm a slither snake. Oh, I'm a snake. Alright, so we're no longer going to try to sneak up on everybody. We are not going to try to hold them up. We're just going to do this. Use them. Sonar. See if we can't see anybody. I think there's a... Yeah, there's a little shed over here. Alright, let's dispose of the evidence. Okay, he's disposed of. Plus, they give you nice little items. Alright. I don't see anybody. I don't hear anybody.
I think I saw something.
Ooh, someone's coming. See him calling in the image. Alright, so we got him. Hopefully this is the right gun. Yep. Alright, good. Alright. So we got him. He's a little weepy. Eepy. He's a little eepy. Let's see. Hopefully there's no one else here. Get rid of the evidence. Oh, there's a guy all the way over there. See? Like I said, this game is a little bit more forgiving. Because the AI is not as good as it gets in the PS3 era, PS4 era. they can't have as many enemies on screen. They can't all surround you all at the same time. But like I said, you'll still struggle bus in some parts. Like I said, there's a guy over there that I might want to deal with, and he's over here. So. And if I can't just get him in the butt, got him in the tush. So tushy. Just my imagine. Oh, that's good. Bandages. And yeah, you also don't want to be slamming doors. Just like willy-nilly. There's another guy right here. Got him. Oh my god. This was the shit I was looking for.
This is HQ.
Freeze.
Acknowledged. Sending reinforcements.
Alright, this is what I was looking for the whole entire time. AK, all this stuff, blah blah blah. Grenade, grenade, grenade. Which now we can try to fool them with the box. Oh my god. If we want to be proficient. Oh my god. Alright, so. Got them all. There we go. Oh, there's a guy sitting there. He's just sitting there. That guy.
I see him.
Get rid of the evidence. So I think we got everybody, to be honest. Give me something useful. Yeah. Smoke grenade. Put everybody in the same house. That way they can all have a sleepover. Do each other's hair. Read each other's fortunes. Do lies of feather. Stiff as a board.
This is HQ.
Patrol here. We've lost sight of the intruder going into hiding.
Okay, so they lost sight of me.
The enemy is still nearby. Pursue and engage him.
Ooh, rations. So we got food now. So let's eat the food.
I'm gonna puke.
Make sure we look around. Don't want to get spotted again. Finally got everyone in a sleepover. Mostly everybody's in the sleepover. Let's do this. See if there's anyone else hanging out. Which there shouldn't be. We should have gotten everybody. Should be everybody. There's gotta be at least one more. Someone close. Hopefully. Yes, there's somebody over there moving around. I don't see him. He's moving fast. Or something's moving fast. And see, this is why I like it. If you just do a lethal run, you don't have to worry about them waking up, don't have to worry about them coming back. Good, but you know, like I said, we're trying to preserve life here. Let's go this way. Fuck. That's where he was.
Radio, we need backup.
Alright, there's someone somewhere else. Like I said, oh, there he is. I see him. I see him. I see him. If I can get this shot off. Got him. Alright, there's one more person somewhere because the timer didn't go completely away. Now I'm just running like a madman. Stealth is out the window. Might be on the ceiling, the roof. Oh, there he is. There he is.
HQ, HQ.
This is HQ.
Patrol here. No problems detected.
Understood. Return to your position.
What's wrong?
Oh my god. Now we're gonna start this whole fiasco.
What's wrong? Who wants this now?
Now we can just run in loud as hell. Like I said, we're trying to go here, get some stuff, I believe. Actually, we're supposed to be going up here, but like I said, we're gathering items. We're having fun. We're thinking around, Duncan, getting some items. So, say I got spotted a couple times, so let's go ahead and do the squats, do some push-ups, do some sit-ups. Like I said, we'll go through this. We might go through the next area, and then we might call it for today, and then go. We'll hit it back on our next stream, and we'll get into next couple of sets of boss fights. The next couple set of boss fights are gonna be fun. It's gonna go a little bit faster, and like I said, the story's gonna start ramping up. But okay, while they're trying to wake up and then get finished with their slumber party, let me go ahead and knock this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Time to do push-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, sit-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Okay. All right, let's get the rest of these items. Let's go to the next part. Which we do need that. We definitely need a suppressor, so hopefully we can get a suppressor sometime. Because all we're really doing is... There's another frog. There's that frog again. I guess I actually have to get the frog. There we go. Oh, that's a suppressor for this gun. And like I said, there's like some type of glitch in here which is getting you stuck every time you pull that out. Or certain times when you pull that out. Let's see, is this the outside? Okay. So no. So all this stuff is good. This is the outside with the guy next to it. So let's hide under the table because someone found out we're here. He doesn't know I'm here. We're We're super stealthy.
Nobody here.
Let's just be quiet. Let's go this way. Alright. We got everything that's in this area, so let's get the heck out of here. Let's make sure there's no one here. There's a guy here. Let's see. Don't see anyone. Don't see anyone. Don't see anyone. Don't see anyone. Everyone's asleep. Okay, that was a mouse. That guy doesn't see me. I'm stuck. That guy still doesn't see me. I'm hyperventilating. What the hell?
Radio, we need
Oh my god, that was hilarious. Alright. Yeah, we're gonna do this part. We got to the boss fight. Alright. Do another so squats while this is happening. And we're gonna get into this boss fight and it's gonna be a lot
Here
of
at
fun.
last. Looks like the boss's info was right. Twice now you've made me taste bitter defeat.
Alright, he's trying to get his revenge. And here comes the awesome cat cry. Meow!
I hate to disappoint the Cobras, but you're mine now. All of you, leave us.
Dude, why'd you call them all out, man? Just to be cool? Just show off?
It's just you and me. No one to get in our way. Ocelots are proud creatures. They prefer to hunt alone.
Just remember, gun safety is always important. That being said, if you have a water gun, you have a airsoft rifle or paintball gun, anytime I can twirl something, I'm doing it. I'm not saying you should, but I'm doing it. It's just like a dude thing. I'm just drawn to twirling anything that is shaped like that, you know? But hell, I'll even do a drumstick. Twirl a drumstick. Give me a baton.
This time I've got 12 shots.
And like I said, if we do this non-lethal, we do get his camo. So we get to wear a nice little animal print. So we'll get it, show it off, and I think that's what we're going to call it for today. Alright. So, oh, God. Oh, off to a great start. Off to a great start. So this, to be honest, we don't need the actual suppressor. You just kind of have to hang out. Watch out for him. And then there's also a trick to this one. Let's see if we can't find him. Let's see if we can't get him. And these guys, little cronies.
Get away from me!
Alright, see, there's a little... He's gonna stop to reload. You got a chance to hit him when he's reloading. Or you can get shot like I did. Alright. So, if you know where he's hiding, the best thing to do is shoot him away. No, Alright, he's reloading again.
Felt a tension like this before. That's so different from simply changing.
You know, it's a Kojima game, so they're gonna have to talk while they're fighting in the middle of the fight. Which now, if it was a chance, it's like, hey man, he's reloading. Just waste to him, man. So he's saying he's having fun with all the reload time. It really floats his boat. So now we know he's over there. And I missed him, but I scared him. Okay. And so now he's reloading. Boom. Boom.
Not bad.
Run. As long as you stay moving, he can't really get you with the ricochet shots. If you stay still trying to camp out, he's gonna get you with those ricochet shots.
I've never felt a tension like this before. That's so different from simply changing a
And
clip.
he is hiding behind that big spot right there, so can't really get him with this trick, so I'm waiting.
This reload time is exhilarating.
Anticipation. Well, like I said, I really haven't been taking a lot of damage.
Yes! It's the heart of a duel.
Yeah, so now we're gonna go be macho as hell.
You're all talk.
He got me. I got him. Alright, let's see. Got him.
Not bad, eh?
Try to get him with this. Got him again. Draw him out like that. Not the bees!
Get away from me!
Not the bees!
Son of a...
Now it kind of is. Alright, so we're about halfway there. He's got... You can kind of keep up with how many shots he's got until he's got to reload. You want to take your shot when he's reloading. And then you can also, like I said, hit him with the bees.
This reload time is exhilarating.
Draw him out while he's reloading. So now he can't fully reload. I can lay down here, heal. So, the advantage is me. I missed him, but it's okay. Just wait for him to come out.
I love it!
And now, since our stamina's low, oh my god, there was a snake there. Start eating some food. We get this opportunity to heal ourselves, or at least pull bullets out of ourselves. Gunshot wound to the head. Hell yeah. It's like whenever you're playing Clue and you look at the descriptions of what happened. That's exactly what it's like. So, like, that was good because he missed. And then, like I said,
See my technique? It was perfect.
he can hit you with the ricochet shots, and you don't want to stay in one spot too long. Like I said, this boss fight's almost over.
How'd that one taste? See my technique? It was perfect.
So, hang out here. We're in an even spot. That was close. Got him! Got him! Let's go! Like I said, we were never really in any danger. I've done this before. You know, expert.
Damn it. He found us.
Not the bees! Alright, now this has to be the most absurd way to get rid of the bees, though. Well, actually, they're not bees, they're hornets, but whatever. This bro is throwing his gun and killing all these hornets. He's made a force field with all his twirling abilities that the hornets can't touch him. Ooh, It has to be a horrible way to die. It just reminds me of the Candyman, the movie where he has got all the bees all over it and stuff. R.I.P. But yeah, it just reminds me of the Candyman. It just is horrifying. And this is where you get into that part of where it's like, this is absurd. This is like, I was on board. It was all realistic, and then, I was on board and believing all of it until you get to this part, and then the bosses are just gonna keep ramping up. The weirdness is gonna keep ramping up, but so we got that boss fight in the bag. There's only a couple of them that are kind of like really difficult, or can be more difficult when you're trying to go the non-lethal route. That one's not that bad. As long as you keep moving, you're good. True story. We're out there at work, and we're walking around like a little area, and so let's see if I need to hear myself. We're out there at work, and we're walking down like a little wooded area, and all right, I don't have a PC. And the guy was showing us around, our trainer was showing us around, and we're walking through, and there's like a little box that like it's enclosed outside that we gotta check, right? And so he went to go check it, and legitimately like 30 like hornets or wasps actually came out of there, and they came and swarmed him like nobody's business. He was running, flailing his arms up, just running full speed. I'm sitting there just staring at him like, I'm not going over there. So that that just brought me back to that day. All right, so we're gonna save right now. I gotta get up kind of early tomorrow. So we're having fun playing this game, and we're just gonna leave it right there. We're gonna listen to Paramedic really quick.
No, what is it?
It's
Talk
a
about
movie.
Godzilla, an awesome
Seen it?
movie.
Nope.
It's about this monster called Godzilla, who grows to an enormous size in a nuclear test and goes on a rampage.
Which
in Tokyo.
I've watched the first Godzilla
test,
because of this.
Then the Marshall
I wanted to
Islands
watch
must
the
be crawling
original
with giant
Godzilla, and
monsters right
actually
about now.
come to enjoy it.
It's
I've
just
probably seen it like
make-believe.
maybe 3 times.
Maybe that's why
But
my
this
pants have been
game
so tight lately.
was the reason why
Snake,
I wanted
it's
to
a
watch
movie,
the original
not a
Godzilla.
report out of Los Alamos.
I know. So then what happened?
And we don't talk about
Godzilla
the
is immune to all
Godzilla
weapons,
2001
and
or
humanity
the
has
Evolution
no way to
cartoon.
stop the
We
monster.
don't remember those. We don't own those.
Dr.
We
Shirazawa
disown them.
develops a new type of weapon, but meanwhile, Godzilla is getting closer and closer to Tokyo, obliterating everything in its path. It was originally a Japanese movie, but they made an American version too. I recommend seeing the original Japanese one if you ever get the chance.
Yeah, do
It's
not see
mostly mindless
Godzilla
fun, but it's
2001.
also got a serious anti-nuke message as well.
Where can I see the original?
You'll just have to go to Japan.
Really? That's too bad.
Well, if you wait 40 years, you might be able to see it in America too.
Why's that?
2004 will be Godzilla's 50th birthday.
You think they're still going to be making Godzilla movies then?
And they still are.
course.
Shin
Everybody
Godzilla
loves
was
Godzilla.
amazing.
You
That was
sure
a
know
great
lot about
movie.
movies.
I don't suppose you're the
I
movie
think
watching type,
Godzilla
are you?
minus one.
Not really.
That one was on like Crunchyroll, I
Okay,
believe.
then
That
I'll
one
tell
was
you
really good
everything I know.
too.
When the going gets tough, movies can save your life.
Those would be my
always
like
good to
2
be able
new
to look at things from a
Godzilla
different
recommendations. If you're a
perspective when you
Godzilla
get in
person,
jam. That's the magic
definitely
of
watch those 2 movies.
No kidding.
If you
Well,
like playing
I guess
games
it might
with
at least make
kaiju
a nice
monsters and
distraction.
robots and
That's
like
the
a
spirit,
4-player
Snake.
brawl,
Have a little
Giga
fun.
Bash has tons of that kind of stuff in it. It's got Godzilla, some of his like enemies in there, a whole bunch of different giant robos. It's a fun thing. Like I said, this is pretty much where we're gonna end off. Let me swap you back over.